Yo, 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 yo. Happy Tuesday, chat. We are here to do some political debates. If you're a Trump supporter, or if you're conservative, or libertarian, or GOP, hop on in the box. Tell me why you vote the way you do. Why should I vote the way you vote? I am also turning on the phone line. If you guys want to call in, the phone line's already available. Howdy doody, y'all. Yo, 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 yo. Sad day. I know. Rest in peace, Dolly Parton. Man, really fucking sucks. Really sucks. What's up, Kelly? What's up, Wes? MJ, you know what I got a response. You know what my response to that is, right? You already know my response. Howdy doody, y'all. Hop on in here. Tap the screen. Let's get this show on the road. It's been a little slow the last few days with viewership. Hopefully we can get the algorithm back in our good graces. What up, dude? How's life been? It's been great, man. It's been great. Trump best president ever. Would love to hear from you. Would love to hear how. I feel like anybody who says that's really cope. Just really coping. No way, Billy from high school. No shit. From Smith? Yep. Dude, good to see, man. No shit. I went to 5 high school, so that's a tricky it's a it's a rough hint. But yeah, nice, man. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you, dude. Love to see you're doing all right. Family and all. Wino streams early in the day. My brain's not good. I slept 8 hours last night. I got 5 minutes of deep sleep, according to my wearable. 5 minutes. I'm not good at sleeping. I take magnesium. I take magnesium. I take ashwagandha. I take uh, melatonin. I even have a prescription med. What up, tabs? Guys, I dare you guys to tap the screen. We're only at 200 likes. We need a bajillion likes. Let's get to 10K. And I'll show you guys a pickles camera. I'm taking magnesium biglycinate. Guys, we are doing political debates. Political debates. Wake up, internet. Yo, what's up, James? I love that Jeep. I love that. The glycinate citrate combo. Oh. What's up, Natalie? Yeah, we literally just turned on the stream. It's actually been a few minutes. We're getting kind of a slow roll here today. A little bit of a slow roll. I'm chewing on my caffeine gum, trying to wake up as good as I can. I'm gonna go to the gym after stream today. Said it before. Trump's bringing steak from Argentina. Yeah, I don't know why that's just now like gaining traction. It was like months ago. What's up, Milton? It's just like everybody's bringing that up now, but I guess maybe the farmers are really feeling it now, or the cattle farmers are. Subzilla made a beef deal the other day, tariff free. But he was already bringing it in, right? What a fuck, dude. Oh, nice, GoDaddy. In 50 states, millions of Americans support Trump. I read somewhere today that the poll numbers say that Trump has only 13% positive approval. 13% of the GOP have approval of Trump. He is the least approved president in history by the poll numbers. Out of the 40 or the 50 states, only 3 states have a positive approval rating of him, and they're the states with the lowest in education and probably the most poverty. Oh man. What's up, John?
Oh, hey man, how you doing?
Doing good. How's the weather in the Matrix today?
Yeah, look, this is all my personal opinion. Yeah, dude, I still support Trump.
Why do you still support him?
I hate the left.
Why?
You're okay. You're actually kind of cool, but generally speaking, I fucking hate the left.
Why?
Oh man, fucking C-19, open borders. Y'all want drag queens to read to kids. I want to take time with the Russians. I'm a Zionist. Postmodernism, man. Frankfurt School. It's made y'all crazy. The woke mind virus is largely Jewish in origin, so I know it's ironic I'm a Zionist. You've been brainwashed, buddy. Yeah, I started drinking again too, man.
John, that was just like the worst few sentences that anybody could have ever put together.
Wait, which part?
Not happy about the drinking thing, but
Okay, so look, so I take magnesium. I also take about 6 other things, but alcohol is the only thing that can make me fall asleep. Everything else can make me calm, but I'll just be up all night. So yeah, I was actually
that's
sober for.
that's a long-term
Go ahead.
effect of drinking.
No, man, I've always been an insomniac. Always before alcohol.
Dude, I quit drinking 2.5 years ago, and I still have problems sleeping, bro.
Well, I'm just saying I had problems sleeping before I ever even drank.
Oh man. All right.
Dude, if I had fucking access, I'll use TikTok speak here. The shit's Orwellian. But if I had access to fucking OP, right? If it was 1890 and I could just walk into a fucking pharmacy and buy whatever I wanted, believe me, I would have a much easier time. I don't like prescriptions, you know? They made me a lot worse. And yeah, I've done melatonin. Yeah, I've done all kinds of, but yeah, alcohol is really the only thing that I have access to because I like I said, I don't want to take prescriptions, but alcohol is the only thing that can make me fall asleep. And even if I fall asleep for like fucking 30 minutes or an hour, I consider it a success because I've actually been up for 3 weeks straight before. And dude, when
John,
you're up that long,
you're not getting good
yeah, go
sleep.
ahead.
You're waking up early, aren't you? You're waking up really fast. 4 or 8 hours or 4 to 6 hours of sleep, right?
Probably more like 2 to 3.
Yeah, so that's when the alcohol gets digested and your brain wakes up. That's why you need to quit.
Well, yeah, but see, without the alcohol, I don't sleep a wink. Not fucking 5 minutes.
Dude, I went to go see a primary care doctor without insurance. It was $120. They got me a script to trazodone. I sleep like a
Mm.
fucking babies don't sleep this good. All right, I actually don't get very good deep sleep. I think it's a different issue, but I fall asleep and I get at least 6 hours. You should go do that. It's $20 for a script of trazodone.
Dude, I
That's what
actually
you should
have
do.
trazodone. I have trazodone and I have I have Xanax too, but I don't like them, man. I haven't.
Bro got raptured. Man,
Oh, did I say something there or?
I think you might have hit a button,
Oh, I don't. Oh, I didn't think I did. I didn't look. I don't like prescriptions. They made me so much worse, man. When I was in my 20s. So that's where the alcohol comes in. But yeah, dude, like I said, if I had access to Magic M's or fucking OP, I would be smooth sailing.
bro.
But I don't. I don't. And that's one thing that I look. Generally speaking, I like America. It's a good country. But I don't like that fucking like people can tell me where I have the access to like what I have the right to have access to. You know what I mean? So that's why I drink. That's why I drink gin.
Do you think that people who do hard shrugs and sell hard shrugs should be locked up?
Depending on how you're defining hard, but in general, yes. Like
How
Beth,
do both of those
yeah.
things coexist in your head? Why do you think you should be able to go freely get these things, but other people can't?
Because if I'm not causing any trouble, if I'm just trying to make myself feel better mentally and physically, that's none of the fucking government's business. That's
But
why.
that's what everyone's intention is that takes this recreationally.
Well, if I'm not causing anybody any trouble, I should have the right to do what I want. And this is the libertarian in me. And yeah, that's none of the fucking the government doesn't should not have the right to tell me what I can ingest to make myself feel better. But I would agree that like Beth and other dude, I don't even I'm trying to say this on TikTok. I told you, like when I was your age, I could have been in a reggae band, right? I don't do that shit anymore. I think it should be not be allowed, not be illegal, but I don't do it because it makes me feel worse.
All right. I don't want to focus on what's going on with you, but just know that alcohol fucks up every one of your vital organs, fucks up your brain, does irreversible brain damage. Uh, definitely fucks with your IQ, your sharpness, your cognitive abilities. Um, it fucks with your physical health, your muscles. You probably got some fatty neck, some fatty stomach going on. You're probably skinny in the arms.
Um, Look, I was actually I took a break for like 6 months, and yeah, so I think taking break is important. So look, the body can recover. You don't
I don't
think?
know, man. I don't think so, man. But anyway, um, I think your views already like you listed a contradiction already with saying Israel, the Frankfurt School, yada yada yada, gay people, drag queens, and then you're a Zionist.
Yeah, I admire the Israelis. They're actually a hyper.
What is going on? That wasn't me.
Yeah, it's doing this weird thing where it's like it's swiping me out.
Yeah, there's nothing going on my end because I get a notification. Yeah, cirrhosis is a big deal. Anyways, kids, chat. Don't drink. Don't drink too much. Once a week, maybe? Once a month? So bad for you. It's definitely worse than the green stuff. I'm an advocate of doing the green stuff. Go do that. I don't even do the green stuff anymore, but if you have to choose between two, do that. It's happening in other people's lives the last couple days. I don't like that. Chat, we're looking for Trump supporters. If you want to debate, hop in the box and tell me why you like Trump. People who support G sides get booted. W. I'm good until next summer. Yeah. That's fine. Go crazy. Go crazy once a year. Maybe twice.
This should work this time. I came in another way, so we should be okay now.
All right.
Yeah, so look, man, I'm a Zionist because I admire the Israelis.
Why?
They're hyper militar they're hyper militarized because they have to be. And look, we could even say fascist or authoritarian, but their survival depends on it. They're
Yeah,
they're, they're
they are fascist. And it's not really something you would just say, but yeah, I think that Jewish people, great. Jewish people are great. The state of Israel, um, it's very easy to get people motivated or mobilized to vote by capitalizing on uh, things that happen, like the Muslims versus the Israeli population. If you capitalize on that enough, as a politician, you'll win every time.
I
It's not
don't
as sexy
I
as
don't
being like, hey, we should focus on this and that. We should do things. We should be good people. That's not as sexy.
You're not anti-Israel because you're anti-Semitic. You're anti-Israel because you're anti-whiteness.
What? I'm not.
You're, yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I
Y- y-
acknowledge the disgusting things that the white race has done and how we oppress
there we
people, and
go.
the whole idea of whiteness is is stratifying or creates a stratification of racial groups. So you think, and I'm sure, especially this of Ashkenazi Jews, I've heard you say this before, that there are certain types of races that are better than others. That automatically puts other races below you, right?
I didn't say better. I just said there's just average differences in things like IQ. Doesn't make anybody better or worse.
Yeah,
But you equate Zionism to white supremacy. That's why you hate Israel. See, everything is mapped
I don't.
on the way that the left views
I like all of these other Western countries that are white. How come I only look at Israel and hate them?
because you equate Zionism to white supremacy.
Well, I mean, Zionism is in fact like colonialism. It's gross.
Israel was the ancestral homeland to the Jewish people.
Cool.
Or do you think that's wrong?
I don't think that you can go kick people out of their homes and be disgusting and shoot people and kill them because you claim some sort of land.
Look, Israel is a very small country, and the reason that the left cares so much about it, as opposed to caring about Syria, Yemen, the Sudan, is because it's the perception of white people oppressing people of color. this is your postmodernism.
It's
This is
not
the
just the
oppressor versus.
dynamic of two different races. It's the numbers. It's the obvious oppression. It's the starvation of certain types of people. You should condemn that in every way, all the time, no matter what color each
Pickles.
group is.
When societies start wars and refuse to surrender, it's their fucking fault. It is their fucking problem.
I'm sorry, but they're not doing anything at this. Like, what is Lebanon doing besides trying to survive? What is Gaza and the West Bank trying to do besides just trying to fucking survive?
Lebanon harbors Hezbollah,
I know,
and
and
Gaza harbors Hamas, and both of these organizations are dedicated to the annihilation of the state of Israel. That's why it's their fault.
okay, and Israel is
They have
dedicated
never
to the annihilation
accepted.
of those states, right?
It's reactionary.
When did Hamas form?
Yes, it is. 1988. About.
Was that before or after Israel was given to the Jewish people?
Israel was given to the Jewish people in 1948. So about 40 years after.
Yeah.
Uh
So
huh.
did Hamas arise because they were just so joyous and free?
No, Hamas arose because there was an Antifada in the 1980s, and then there was a second one in the early 2000s. And what Israel is dealing with is rocket attacks and S-side boom booms. Okay, and I don't expect Israelis to have to tolerate that.
Yeah, I know, but
Okay.
you have to strike back proportionally. That's what we do. That's what the whole world does. Israel, I think we're climbing like to the 80,000s now in death count. A lot of them are just normal civilians. There's definitely not 80,000 fucking Hezbollah and Hamas soldiers. That's cope. And
I don't look at I
and
don't look
we're
at it
looking at a
as
1,200 person count death on October 7th. Do you feel like that's proportional?
I don't proportionality is not the way I measure this. I measure it by who started it and what the intent is of Hamas. And the intent of Hamas
Should we
is
have
to
carpet
G-side Israel.
should we have carpet bombed Iraq and Afghanistan?
Um,
At Dancing Lobster 1 super chatted $5. Mr. Caller, the people you admire painted, bomb emoji, to look like soccer balls in hopes that innocent children would pick them up.
Yeah, that's deplorable.
Pickles, do you think that the way we ended WW2 in Hiroshima and Nagasaki was the right decision?
I think that's highly contested. I'm not sure, honestly. Maybe.
The answer is yes.
Mm, I don't think
You
it's
want me to
easy. I
explain
don't think
it?
it's that easy.
Okay, I'll explain it to you. Okay. That Imperial Japan started the war in
No.
Pearl Harbor. In Pearl Harbor,
Oh, okay. Do you know what happened before Pearl Harbor?
we knew it was coming.
What happened? What made them do that?
We cut off their oil. We put an embargo
Mm,
on them.
we also had ships jamming up their fucking trade channels too, right?
Yeah, we blockaded them. Yeah, that's right.
Who started it again?
Uh, oh, they did.
Come on, John.
Yeah, they were cutting off. They were cutting off access to China. That's why.
Wow.
That's why we blockaded them. Yeah, because they set up a blockade. Yeah. Do you know how fucking brutal Imperial Japan was, Pickles? Do
Yeah,
you know about
pretty bad.
Nanking?
Almost as bad as Israel.
Do you know about Nanking?
No.
Nanking in 1937 in China? You don't know about that?
No.
Okay, so the Japanese army invaded Nanking in 1937, and it was, dude, it was something out of a fucking. It was brutal, man. A lot. SA, unaliving, probably 50,000. It was bad, man.
Wow.
There, it was a
It's almost
fucking
as much as
very
it's almost as much as the dead Palestinians.
look. All I'm trying to tell you is that when a society starts a war, do you know what the alternative was to dropping nuclear weapons on Japan?
Yeah, continuing
We would
war.
have had we would have had to invaded them.
Yeah, we probably wouldn't have done to. We would have lost like someone calculated like 2 to 3 million lives if we had invaded them.
Yeah, that's right. And so that would have been a lot more than what was lost with the nukes.
Yeah,
The
but
nukes the nukes took out about 150,000 and probably another 200,000 after from
yeah.
radiation poisoning and the yeah. But see, we gave them a choice. We said fucking surrender and they wouldn't. Therefore, it is their fault. Like it is the fault
Woof.
of Gaza and Hamas. We gave them a choice to surrender, and they won't do it.
When's the last time they've even had an election, dude? 2007, right?
2006. Yeah, 2006. Yeah.
Do you really think they have like an actual government in place that
Yes.
is looking for the wants and needs of the people in a like democratic way right now?
They don't care about their people. They believe in martyrdom and they hide among their civilians because fucking this is how they gain sympathy from leftists in the West. To say, "Oh, look at the oppression, look at the unaliving, look at the
Dude, there's
mistreatment."
a reason we didn't go into Iraq and Afghanistan and just kill everyone after they killed 3,000 of us. Right? Shouldn't ISIS and the Al Qaeda shouldn't they surrendered?
Let's see. I'm trying to think of the Fallujah. You talking about Fallujah?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, look, Iraq was a mistake.
But would you have been okay with us carpet bombing them?
In Fallujah?
Sure.
Um, it's a tough call.
You're a hypocrite, John.
Uh, why am I a hypocrite?
Because it's a tough call when it comes to even your own type of your own country doing revenge or whatever proportional response to people who did terrorist attacks against us, twice as big, by the way, than October 7th. And the Taliban didn't surrender, ISIS didn't surrender, Al Qaeda didn't surrender. Should we have just killed all of them? The answer is fucking no, dude.
Well, don't you think that if we give societies a choice of surrender and they don't, that that's their moral failure? Or do you not think that?
I don't think that kids, women, and children should die, and elderly should die and get raped and tortured and sniped while they're trying to grab food from the aid packages. That's an easy decision for me.
I might not. There's things that the Allies did in WW2 that I don't agree with, but I still support the Allies. Is that fair?
I'm talking about condemning actions.
What specific actions?
Of Israel leveling entire towns, painting things, bombs, like soccer balls in hopes that kids will pick them up, and they did, to fucking get blown up.
Okay, let me try this, man. Let me try this. Do you know what I saw? Not just on October 7th, but on October 8th, October 9th, October 10th. I saw not only Palestinian civilians in Gaza, but also a lot of other people in the West, in Islamic countries, all over the world celebrating what happened.
What?
I saw like I saw a young woman, an Israeli woman, being taken through the streets of Gaza in a truck, and I think she had been violated, and
Sure.
her body was all fucking twisted, and I saw these motherfuckers celebrating this,
Sure, sure, sure,
Pickles.
sure, sure, sure. Yeah, yeah, that's gross.
So
Israel's doing the same thing, right?
when I saw that, when I saw that, I said, I don't fucking, I am not going to, I fucking don't, I am not going to fault Israel for anything they do
Do you think that was
because
the
of how
first
fucking
instance of violence? Do you really think that was just the
no,
first instance, but
no.
the exchange between the two? Of course not. Have you not seen the videos of the IDF or just random civilians from Israel marching onto a Palestinian's home and saying, "This is my home now"? And it's like a person who's lived there their whole life. They're like, these are my goats now. These are all of my goats. Or if somebody's having a wedding, I've seen IDF escort like this goat farmer onto a road that blocks all the cars from getting to the wedding. And the IDF will fuck you up if you're Palestinian and you have anything to say about it. Like, this is the exchange they've been having for years. This is not just happening in a vacuum. And
No,
yes, there's some animosity that happens after years, decades of this.
yeah, and I don't fault the Israelis for not wanting to tolerate anymore having neighbors like this.
Well, they're creating them. They're creating radicalized groups by doing this. You think this killing civilians makes them want to surrender? You think that makes them want to negotiate? Or do you think
Since
it
night,
creates more T groups? Because that's what it does.
okay, I don't disagree, but since 1947, factions of the Islamic world have never accepted the existence of Israel. And this is why they attacked him. They attacked him in May of 48.
False.
They attacked.
That's not
What do
the
you
only.
mean
No,
false?
absolutely not. There was mass slaughterings of Arabic people. I think it was like 100 to 300,000 around this same time period. This didn't just happen all out of nowhere.
Pickles, you are defending people who fucking whose belief systems are antithetical
Oh, shut
to
up.
yours.
I don't care. You are
No,
too. You're not religious, right?
no, what?
You're not religious, right? Oh
I
no,
believe
you're
in the
the
spirit.
Christian ninja. That's right. You're Christian.
I'm an ally of Christianity. I'm not a
Okay.
Christian,
No,
but
you
I'm an
okay?
ally.
So you
I believe.
too, you too don't even coincide with the Christian beliefs. Like, you don't think that after you jerk off, you need to, uh, what is it, like, give somebody three doves? You don't think that you should cut out your mother's tongue if you disrespect her? You don't think that women should marry their rapists? There's a lot of things that you would probably condemn in Christianity.
I believe in a spirit world, a Manichaeanism, a Gnosticism, an afterlife. I am not a Christian, but I am an ally of Christianity because it is the moral foundation of Western civilization, and Western civilization is a good thing.
No, I
And
don't
you
think it
fucking people
is.
on the left, you are trying to destroy it.
I think the best parts of our morals and laws that we have here in the United States or in the West, all of the best ones were the secular groups undoing the disgusting shit that Christianity has done.
Okay, man. Christianity, along with the Enlightenment, along with the philosophy of ancient Greece and ancient Rome, this is Western civilization. This is why we have a first world American empire because of those principles.
I
And you
don't think
fucking
so.
people on the left, you
I don't think
hate
so.
it and you want to destroy it.
No, we don't. We just want to be separated from people who believe in magic and a 2,000-year-old book. We want to be separated from that. The right wants this to be put in the laws. They absolutely do. They want to make laws based on these old books that make no sense sometimes. You don't care. When we got rid of slavery, that was not because of Christianity. We got rid of segregation. That was not because of Christianity. That was against the majority of Christians. When we got rid of, when we started educating women, that was against the ideas of Christianity.
The anti-slavery movement actually was started in Britain in the 1800s, and it was started by Christians. But uh, look, man, look. I'm not saying Christianity is perfect. I'm just saying that that the U.S. is better with Christianity than without it.
I think that
Because
we are doing everything that you point to in Iran. We're doing every bit of that here. If the Christians, if it were left up to them, if they were able to make the laws, they would be shunning gayness out of the media, out of public spaces. They'd be shunning trans people out of the public spaces. They would be crying about people not wearing the right makeup and the right fucking hair length, like you're talking about drag queens. They'd be crying about that and writing legislation about that. They would be taking women's rights away to vote. They would be saying these women need to be more modest. They need dressed modestly. This same exact thing you're disgusted by in Muslim or in Islam. They would be doing that. Christian nationalists want that. Not all Christians are this way, but the Christians on the right, they want this.
Pickles, the the attitude of even right-wing Christianity toward homosexuals and women is much more mild than Sharia law. Or do you think that's wrong?
I think Sharia law is nowhere close to touching America. Again, Muslims are 1% of this country. The left, if you're Muslim, you might lean left. I think it's more likely than not. And the left doesn't want any religion in the law. They don't want they want to decouple the church and the state. None of us want that.
I'm just telling you, Pickles, you're in love with societies in Gaza and Iran that fucking hate you. That if you went over
I hate you
there and
too.
you tried to, they tried, yeah, they hate me because I drink alcohol and I'm not a Muslim, but they hate you even more. Okay, and if you go over to Iran or Gaza
Why would
or
they hate me?
Afghanistan, because that you put gay people on a pedestal, but over there, gay people are put on a pedestal to be unalived. That's why they hate you.
That's not even exactly true. They make them
It is
transition
true.
into the opposite gender,
In
which is not a
Iran, they
great.
do. Yeah,
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 which is not great.
yeah. You,
But I would not receive any hate for being an advocate of their rights. I would not receive the hate. I would not receive
yes, you
punishment.
would.
I would not receive no.
Yes, you would.
No.
What do you think they would do to you if you went over there and tried to organize a gay pride parade? What would they do to you?
They absolutely would do something for that.
Do you think they give you a high five?
No, but probably that's
No,
where we're getting here in America, right? Who's against the gay pride parades now in America?
Christians and MAGA. And look, man, I'm the only reason I'm against it is because of how much it's been thrown in our fucking faces.
It's not thrown
Okay?
in anyone's
I'm not
faces, dude.
I'm not against. Oh, really, man?
No, it's not.
Really?
No.
You got the
Uh,
drag queens reading to the kids, and you got
that's not even
fucking
that's
you
not even
got.
happening. That's not even happening in a way that you
Oh,
can
that doesn't
measure.
happen.
It's not even happening. You have very like isolated incidents of this happening, and what they're doing is they're manufacturing consent for you to be like, let's put Christianity in the schools. That's what they're doing. So when we see people passing laws to do these things, it's exclusively on the right. It's the right putting Christian fucking verses and Bibles and the Ten Commandments in schools, and we read that in the news. That is a real thing that happens. But you'll never see a leftist or a liberal trying to pass a law to make all kids hear drag queen story hour. That is not a fucking thing.
Why do drag queens need to read to children, man? What good
There's
does
no
it
harm in it. There's no harm in it.
Yes,
It's
there
literally
is.
just it's somebody wearing a makeup that doesn't conform to the societal normal thing that you would see like a man wearing. That's it. It's so harmless.
They
This is
are
so silly.
trying they are trying to create an alliance with queer identities. Okay? That is what
Yeah,
they are trying to
we're trying to
that is
destigmatize queer people.
it
That's
is
good.
indoctrination. No, it is
It is
not
not
good.
indoctrination.
It is in
Indoctrinate.
yes it is.
No, there is no doctrine for being nice to people. That's not a doctrine. You learn the other way. That's what it is. So when kids are told this is wrong, this is different, this is bad, that is an indoctrination. That is indoctrination. But when, if as a child, you know nothing, and you see this and normalize it, that is not indoctrination. That is
Yes.
accepting a truth of life that these people exist, that these ideas are existing, that they're okay, they're normal. There is nothing wrong with it. You have the idea that it's wrong, so the presence of this is threatening to you. That is, you are indoctrinated.
They are trying to create an allyship with queer identity. That is what they are trying to do. And if you don't believe me, I will fucking play you a clip on this, okay? By
Play a clip.
James Lindsay. All right, hang on. I'll pull it up. It'll be a minute. God damn, man. I don't know why you fight. I don't know why you fucking argue this so hard, man.
Y'all are the ones who argue this, right? We get gaslit into defending these people 7 days a week because the right's entire platform is anti-gay, anti-trans, social wedge issues, and they prey on people like you who will be moved by it.
I would not be talking about gay people and drag queens if they were not reading to kids and if there were not T women in women's
There's,
sports. I would
there's
not
okay.
say a word of it.
This affects literally less than 0.01% of people. Literally, you're willing to sabotage the entire like greater good of this country to change the lives of very, 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 very few people.
It's because the reason I talk about it, the reason the right talks about it is because we think you're crazy.
No,
This
they
is why
want you to think we're crazy, but we're not. We just see that there's literally just nothing wrong with it.
there is something wrong with it. It is brainwashing kids.
It's not. No, it's not.
All right, man. Let me play fucking Lindsay for you here. Hang on a minute. I'll see if this is it.
I'm going to read to you something from the education literature, which explains why Drag Queen Story Hour exists. Ultimately, the authors propose that drag pedagogy produces a performative approach to queer pedagogy that is not simply about LGBT lives, but living queerly. It says queer world making, including political organizing, has long been a project driven by desire. It is in part enacted through art forms like fashion, theater, and drag. We believe that Drag Queen Story Hour offers an invitation toward deeper public engagement with queer cultural production, particularly for young children and their families. It may be that Drag Queen Story Hour is quote, family friendly in the sense that it is accessible and inviting to families with children, but it is less a sanitizing force than it is a, and here's the sentence, preparatory introduction to alternate modes of kinship. Here, Drag Queen Story Hour is, quote, old school queer code to identify and connect with other queers on the street.
Do you hear that?
Yeah, what's wrong with any of that? First of all, you were paid to kick, John. You're gonna have to come back some other time. But I'm gonna W April's all in the chat. W April's for the kick. April just says no for so many reasons. Thank you, April. Again, the country is reeling from like a deeply Christian indoctrination, like a legacy indoctrination from your parents, from church, to give you a reason to think that this is like good, bad, right, or wrong, and it's not. It just is. So to desensitize people and to introduce this to people at a young age, in a very mild form, whether it be someone like me wearing a colorful wig, I think is very helpful. I think it's just fine. I think it's totally fucking fine. It's benign. It's harmless. Introducing the idea of eternity in hell if you mix two types of fabric, I think that's very harmful. I think that's very harmful to kids. I think for teaching them that, you know, God, you know, an imaginary friend is real, and to press them on this, you know, into adulthood, I think that's harmful. Or G side is okay as long as someone, yeah. Yeah, I was just listening to Dean's debates, and he was talking about, like, he's talking to some guy who was justifying the Holocaust, who was justifying child grape, and saying that it was all good. I'm so glad I don't have to defend that position. I'm so glad I don't have to do that. It's wild. All right, chat. My my phone line is on. If you're calling with your number blocked, it won't even ring. I just turned it back on. If you're calling, you have to turn off the caller block. In chat, help me out with some shares. How many shares we got? Also, if you enjoy these streams, give me a follow. I think I'm the only creator on TikTok that will unapologetically be mean about some of this stuff.
Call from.
Yeah.
Hello, is this a Trump supporter?
Hey, what's going on, Pickles? How you doing?
Going good. Are you a Trump supporter?
No, but I'm not really on board with what you're talking. I got a question, Pickles. If everyone in the world was gay, what would happen to the world?
We'd have a lot of IVF.
Yeah, what about, will we have a new generation, or would that be the end of existence?
Do you know what IVF is?
What's that mean?
In vitro fertilization. It's where we can make children without heterosexual relationships.
How can you elaborate on that, please?
Yeah, a woman is injected with fertilized eggs, embryos, and the woman gets pregnant and she has a baby. Or
all right, but what if women don't want to be mothers anymore? What if they just want to be gay?
there's no mutual exclusivity with being gay and being a mother. That's not a thing.
Yeah, Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What if they don't want to be mothers? What if they just
That
want?
happens in straight people
What if
too.
I get that, but my question is, what would happen if they didn't want to be mothers anymore? What if all the mothers wanted to be fathers
That can
and all the
happen with
fathers
straight
wanted to be
people.
mothers?
Okay, then we would use science to have children. I don't see there being a harm there.
So like we create them in like a what do they call those? Like a what do they call those petri dishes? We create babies in petri dishes, pretty much.
It still has a surrogate mother.
Okay. And then my next comment will, I ain't gonna dwell on that, but the comment, many nights I had been driven to my knees because there was nowhere else to go. Now I see that a lot of people are saying that the left is, pretty much they're not religious, or they're not with religion.
It's not true.
Okay, what's the left stance on religion?
We don't want religion in the government, but 60% of Democrats are religious.
Okay, yeah, because I was just, I'm watching your show, and it was seeming like we were like a lot of people were saying, like, the left doesn't believe in God, and they don't believe in imaginary, whatever
I don't
whatever
think we should
they're
make
using
rules
to.
based on magic. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, well, um, how did you feel about President Obama? Did you think he was a good Did you like Obama?
He was great. What did he do with the Bible and law?
He did nothing, but he made the comment. Many nights I was driven to my knees because I had nowhere else to go. I was driven to my knees in prayer.
Cool. And Biden went to church every Sunday, but he didn't try to force that on me. So W them both.
Yeah, yeah. And see, the right does not try to force it on anybody.
That's
That
false.
I've never seen that the right try to force
Yeah,
religion
I live
on
in
people.
Texas, and it's now mandatory to learn about the Bible in school because of Republicans. Same thing with Oklahoma. Some of the two worst rated in education in the United States. That's their next step, is to confuse them. Also, abortion laws. Also, uh, you name it. They're talking about taking voting rights from women and making a household vote. That's a fucking huge L. That's a Christian nationalist thing. There are plenty of people
Yeah,
in
I
Trump's
don't believe.
organization or administration that are Christian nationalists, including the Department of War's secretary, Pete Hegseth. We might even be
Yeah,
in war because of some sort of religious belief. He's called this a holy war. He says that this is our Armageddon.
yeah. I don't necessarily agree with Pete on that. I mean, not even necessarily. I don't agree with Pete on that. And anybody that's trying to take the women's vote away, I don't agree with that either.
Okay, those are big,
You know.
huge deals. You can't just not agree with that
Yeah.
and vote Republican. That's huge.
All right. How do you feel about Kamala Harris?
Fantastic.
You feel fantastic, and we believe that she's. Where do you think she fits in in the Democratic Party?
She's very moderate.
A great moderate.
She's very
Like, do you
moderate.
think that she? Do you think that she is fit to lead the Democratic Party, or
Yes.
okay? And you're familiar with the Great Switch,
Yep.
okay? Because just the other night, maybe a week ago, she was doing an interview, and she praised Lyndon Bryan Johnson during that interview,
Okay.
and we know the history of Lyndon Bryan Johnson and what he said about black people.
Yep. Yeah, he was very racist.
Yeah,
He
and
had some great policy though.
and you said what?
He did some great things for the United States. Unfortunately, he was very racist. He's very misogynist.
But he did some great things for the United States.
Yeah, I mean, just like you would give Trump a pass on being a rapist or like a racist or a warmonger or a shill for Israel. or somebody who abuses human rights, violates human rights, voting rights. Yeah, I think Lyndon B. Johnson can be a piece of shit and pass good law at the same time.
Okay. And how do you feel about the birthright citizenship?
I think it's fine. I think it's great.
All right. Who do you think the birthright citizenship was? What do you
Originally
think
was
that
for
was
slavery.
made for? Okay. All right.
How do you
And do
feel
you
about
think that
2A?
it's been misused because it's not used for what it was originally made for? Do you believe it was misused?
It could be abused a little bit, but I think overwhelmingly it's great. How do you feel about 2A?
The Second Amendment?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's fine.
Yeah? Who was it originally
Me
for?
personally. Huh?
Who was it originally for?
Who was the Second Amendment originally for?
Yeah.
Americans.
Well, no shit.
Well, you asked me. You
It was originally for
white
originally
Americans?
for slave owners to chase down their slaves. Do you
Okay.
think it's been abused?
From its original, if that's what it was originally for,
Mhm.
then yeah, it's definitely been abused. If that's what it was, well, if that's what it was originally for, to chase down slaves.
Yep.
It's hard to say because I've seen what's happened with it. I don't know if it's been abused because they,
40,000 gun deaths
you
a
know,
year. We have automatic
yeah, and
weapons now, semi-automatic weapons.
who's mostly the people that's dying from that?
Suicide.
What demographic of people are mostly dying from that?
If you count suicide, I think it's white people.
Okay, if you don't count suicide,
Are you going to say black people?
I'm just asking.
I think you would be able to account for about 9,000 out of those 40,000. Tops.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I'm pro Second Amendment. Are you against the Second Amendment?
No.
Okay. Do you have an issue with the Second Amendment at all,
I think we should
or
pass common sense gun law. Yeah. We can easily save lives.
could you give me an example of a stipulation or something you would put on gun owners?
Anyone and everyone
I'm
who
just trying to find the common ground. That's why I'm asking these questions.
anyone and everyone who sells a gun, like I could buy a gun for my dad and give him a napkin with my name and a receipt written down on it, and that's it. That's sufficient. I think that the new law should be, if my dad wants to sell me a gun, I have to go through background check.
Yeah. Okay. Now, when we look at what the Second Amendment was originally for, you know, per what you said,
Mhm.
wouldn't we want as many guns as possible? Like, if these weapons were used to hunt down black people, wouldn't we want black people to own guns to protect themselves?
Most homicides are intra-racial. You know what that means?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that doesn't do anything.
Now, wait, I just want to make sure that I know what that means. You're saying like it could be like a black on white crime or a white on black crime, or are you saying that it's black on black and white on white? Like what,
Yes,
yes to which one?
both. Black on black, white on white. Most crimes, most homicides are intra-racial, meaning most white people kill white people. So on and so forth.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. See, man,
And
we got some common
there's
ground.
plenty of studies that show that gun laws save lives, and the more guns doesn't mean safer, doesn't mean less homicides. We have more guns than people, and at this point, we don't see any metrics that show us that the country is any safer. We're the most dangerous country in the developed world when it comes to homicides and crime rate. I think we're almost double that of the UK. The UK has like 200 stabbings a year. We have 40,000 gun deaths, dude.
Yeah. Um. Okay. I heard. Trump just made an attack on the birthright citizenship.
Yeah, he's against the Constitution.
Yeah. Well, he also said that that the birthright citizenship was for the children of slaves that were no longer slaves.
That's true. Yeah.
Do you think that the original people that wrote that into law, do you think that they got it right with that?
I don't think they had great intentions. I think that we should look and revise the Constitution frequently. And if we look at every single other country that land touches, that you could walk to from where you're standing right now, they have the same exact laws as us.
Okay. Okay. When it comes to um when it comes to well, birthright citizenship, I'm kind of on the edge with that, but I'm leaning somewhere else into it, like just the immigration policies that we have here. Um, Me personally, I don't have an issue with immigrants at all, like zero, zero ill will or anything, bad about immigrants, when they come in here the right way. Are you hearing about the early morning prayer calls that are happening in some states?
No.
Okay, I think it's a big thing in Michigan for one. I think that they're playing the Islamic music, and I don't mean any disrespect towards Muslims or anything like that. But this is what a lot of people are complaining about, that they're being woken up at a such and such time of the morning for morning prayers.
Selective outrage.
Okay.
I have lived all over Dallas my whole life, and I've lived lived
Okay.
next to Catholic church, and they have a fucking church bell go off every hour on the goddamn hour.
Mm. That is a awesome comeback for that. I got nothing for that, but I believe that, I mean, and I'm a Black American. I believe when you come into the country that you should integrate into the country. You know,
That's
you can't
gross.
you can't come into America
You,
and then turn America into the country that you're fleeing from.
you say you're black, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Is America mostly white people right now?
Yes, sir.
Would you agree with anybody that says you should strip yourself of your fucking culture and be more like the majority of America?
Um, what do you mean by culture? Can you give me a little bit more?
Do you agree
Because I
that
want to
there's
be
like
exact.
there are different cultures? I mean, even subcultures. Even for black people, for white people. Uh, do you think like when I think of black culture, I think of like jazz music. I think of certain types of food. I think of uh, you know things that white people don't even fucking know about. Right? Do you think that you
Okay.
should be checked and be told to strip those things of yourself?
I do not believe that. No.
And why would you expect that of others?
I wouldn't expect them to strip themselves of it, but I would expect, it's like let me see. I wouldn't expect them to strip themselves of it, but I would expect them to respect the land that you're moving into.
Well, they definitely do that overwhelmingly. They barely break any laws.
Yeah, but what I mean by that is, not everyone wants to hear your early morning wake up. I just
This is in one city, by the way. This is in one city, Dearborn, Michigan. And I think it's
yeah,
selective outrage. Like I said, there's churches everywhere. I see fucking people coming
that's
and trying to
American though.
shove. I don't. I don't. I don't think so. America is the very first thing that our four founding fathers wrote down when they wrote the Constitution was there shall be no law respecting any religion, and for you to give favoritism to one religion or another is anti-American.
Anti-American.
Yes.
I think I think that I think that if people continue to not necessarily bring their culture, because you can bring your culture without impeding on other people. You know what I mean? I mean, let's be honest, man. Like they like, all right, let's talk about Muslims. And like I said, I have nothing against Muslims, man. I don't me personally, I believe that we all pray to the same God. I just believe that it's been ran through the ringer, and a lot of people, I think that the truth has been lost in the translation. But I believe we all pray to the same God. A lot of people don't understand that when Muslims say Allah, Allah is just their language for God. They're not calling God Allah. They're not saying that that is God's name. When they say Allah, they mean God. You know what I mean? So I say that to say I
So
don't
do
have an
you do you
issue with Muslims.
so you should, just like Muslims have their worship and their hour in the morning, and Catholic and whatever Presbyterian churches have their hour in the morning. You think they're both equally just fine now, right?
Could you say that one more time? Sorry about
If they worship the same God, why don't you treat them equally?
that. I do believe in treating them equally. I just don't believe that everyone should. I don't think that people should be disturbed out of their sleep at the wee hours of morning for a morning prayer when
Then you hate the
I mean,
Catholic
it's easy.
Church.
We're in America. We're in America. Everyone can set alarm clocks. I mean, we don't. They don't need to do that
Where's your outrage
to
with the Catholic Church? Where is it?
with what church?
The Catholic Church. I
The
literally
Catholic
hear it
Church.
every day in the morning starting at 7 a.m.
Yeah,
Giant bells.
I'm not really big on Catholics. I don't know a lot about their religion, but I'm not big on them. I feel like it's all under the same umbrella. It's all under the
So
same,
you're outraged at the
you
Catholic
know,
Church too, right?
for ringing their bells
Yeah.
at what time?
7 a.m.
It's hard to say that you're okay. Let me say this. I was born in America, and so this has already been kind of woven into me. So it's kind of hard to say that you're outraged at something you're used to.
What? What?
And there's other things that I am used to that I am outraged at.
Bro.
Okay, so I'll say that I'm not outraged with that. I will say that I'm not outraged with that church because there's other things, police brutality, things like that. I'm outraged about that because I think we can do better as a country.
So you're not outraged at Catholics waking people up in the morning. You're only outraged at Muslims doing it.
See, when you say it like that, and that's why I had these calls, pickles. Like I'm not here. Like I don't believe that I have the perfect outlook on everything in life. You know what I mean? Like you actually got me on that one. Like I can actually say I'll probably back down off of this particular topic. Hey, you got this one because that makes sense. Like I'm not gonna sit here and try to argue a point that clearly makes sense to me. I see what you're saying on that.
All right, W.
Yeah, take that W, bro. Like I don't, you know
No,
what I mean? Like I don't, I'm,
UW for conceding, dude. That's not everybody does that. Appreciate it.
yeah, man, and that I'm just trying to find the common ground, and let's work to put this back together before we don't have this anymore. You know, and what I mean by this is this country. Let's work on putting it back together. I mean, we've been split and divided on everything, whether it's politics, race, whatever. We've been cut up and split up, and hey, you don't like those people, they don't like those. Let's put it back together, man. Like I'll tell you what I am outraged at is the politics of today. You know, I mean, politics has never been the way that it is today. Not that I could ever remember. You know, back when Reagan was in, and even at the beginning of Obama, the politics wasn't as hateful as it is now. It's hateful now.
What do you when I say the words mean tweets, who do you think of?
Trump.
Crap.
Trump.
So who do you think is responsible for some of the division today?
Trump.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like you see how easy that is. We find common ground, bro. I I'm scared of. I will say that I'm scared of the backlash of the left. Meaning, we went through this would be 8 years, even though it wasn't consecutive. This would still be 8 years of Trump. You know what I mean? And we went through it. And I'm worried about him setting the precedent of how things are going to go, and a Democrat coming in and just doing everything the exact opposite, but with his demeanor. You know what I mean?
I don't think Democrats would accept that.
What do you mean?
So if somebody came in and was disgusting and divisive and othered people, he wouldn't get very far in a Democratic Party, I don't think. So, I think about Jasmine Crockett. Love Jasmine Crockett.
Okay.
She said some things that kind of missed the mark sometimes, and she lost a primary. I think that might have had something to do with it.
And what did she said somewhat? What did she say?
She said some things that missed the mark. She said she called Greg Abbott Hot Wheels, which is ableism.
I don't think, you know what? But honestly, do you think that that's why she lost the election?
It could have something to do with it.
I think that I don't know. I think it was more than that. I think by the time the election came around, I don't think people really paid attention to that comment. I won't even repeat it, but I don't think people paid that much attention to it. I don't know necessarily why she was voted out. I actually thought Jasmine Crockett was freaking awesome. Me personally.
Yeah, she's great.
I thought she was great. Yeah, like, you know, and she knew her stuff. She had all her ducks in a row when she talked, and that's what we're missing. I would say I would say that AOC is a little bit unhinged. What are your thoughts on AOC?
I think she's great. I don't. What do you? What can you give me an example how she's unhinged?
Her the way her demeanor can come across at times, and it sometimes she gets, in my opinion, like, you know, it's all my opinion, bro. Everything I'm saying is just my opinion. But on certain subjects, I think that she can get very emotional. And I think when she gets emotional, she doesn't use all of her brain when she gets emotional. That's where she runs into problems.
Um, I don't know. I like unless you can point to me something that she said where
I,
she was wrong, or maybe I don't
I've
know.
seen her. I've seen her kind of lose her cool a couple times, and it didn't work out for her. Where if she would have kept calmer, she could have made her point a lot better. You can we at least agree on that?
If I were to measure her against any Republican that has any sort of presence or name recognition, I think she's the
Rand
most
Paul,
mildest
Rand
person
Paul,
ever. Okay, Rand
like
Paul's like a libertarian, right?
he's still a Republican.
Yeah. Okay. I think of Brandon Gill. I think of Trump. I think of um, Steve Miller. I think of
Oh my goodness.
I think of these
Yeah.
gross people that say the most vitriolic shit, and for come
Hey,
out to
wasn't that Stephen Miller that's talking about putting anyone with like mental illness or whatnot in a what do they call those things, like an asylum?
He's
Did you
also
see
talking
that
about,
about Steve?
I'm not sure about that, but he's talked openly, in fact, I think last week, about locking up Democrats because they're domestic terrorists and they're violent, even though 70% of the domestic terrorism comes from the right and 20% comes from the left. He's talking about freezing bank accounts. He's talking about hunting down Antifa, and he's claimed that there's an organization behind Antifa, which there's not. I think that's very dangerous. And for Trump to champion him, even as his speechwriter, is disgusting.
Yeah, hey, we can agree on that because there's one thing about Antifa. I have not seen one person stand up and say, I am Antifa. Have you ever seen that?
I'm Antifa.
You are? Okay, I've never seen it. So I was like, who is this imaginary group that you guys are talking about? But if you're saying you're Antifa, then it's not an imaginary group. That but they keep on with the Antifa, Antifa did this or during the BLM riot slash protest they were saying, Antifa, this and that. And I'm like, who are these? Who is
It's
Antifa?
it's
And
not a
nobody
group.
is standing up like, hey, it's me.
There's no headquarters, there's no membership, there's no fee, there's no list of people. It is just an ideology that you're against fascism. Like everybody who fought in World War II, every veteran, your grandfather or their fathers, they were all
Mhm.
Antifa, proudly.
Okay. I mean, I'm against fascism, so,
Welcome to
from
the club.
either side. Yeah, like and these are the conversations that bring us back together, man. Like it's I hate it when they make it seem harder than it is. Like I said, there's people on the right that don't get the left. There's people on the left that don't get the right. But if we can sit down and talk common sense to each other, I mean common sense. I mean now I gotta go into the part that you're not gonna like.
Okay?
All right. I believe that it's common sense that males should not be in female sport activities. I think it's common sense.
I think that it's not as cut and dry as that. We have plenty of science, and I also think that the leagues should figure this out on their own. I don't think that we should have big government farming outrage on this. I think that's dangerous, especially when none of them are actually proposing anything in the middle. They just want to uh, kind of ostracize a group of people. I think that's dangerous, especially when they're already the most oppressed or one of the most oppressed groups of people uh, in the country or in the world. Um, and when we start doing that without any meaningful, like graceful level of conversation, it's just meant to farm outrage. It's just meant to. It's very dangerous. It gets violent. It is. It gets. It hurts cis people. It hurts like women who might present masculine a little bit. Um,
Yeah.
they're getting kicked out of their own restrooms. It just puts everyone in danger when this type of ideology is inherited by half the country. And even Trump himself said this, that There's no problem with it. It's 2016. He said there's no problem with it. If Caitlyn Jenner were to come to Trump Tower, he would let her use whatever bathroom she wants. And he said it that way. And now he's figured out that farming outrage on pronouns and genders and restrooms and fucking sports has worked, even though it's affected 5 people in the NCAA. A league of 500,000, there were 5 trans people, dude. 5.
Okay.
This is the level.
Well,
Nobody is affected by this. Almost nobody. But you're trading this for higher gas prices, for shitty economy, for all these other crazy things, for the most corrupt president in the world.
you said nobody's affected by it.
No, not one person in the Olympics has placed or medaled who's been trans ever in the 20 years they've competed. Ever. Not even once.
What about on a high school level? When you say no one's been affected, what about the little girl that would have gotten first place, but she was pushed down to second or third because of someone trans? Or the person that would have got third place, but was pushed completely out of it because someone was trans in that activity? So when we say no one is affected of it, and I'm not here to bash them.
So like
I'm
that's
not here to bash.
0.00001% of the country, and still you guys are not offering.
But
You're not offering any sort of actual resolution to this. You just want to kick them all the way out, right?
no, absolutely not. I mean, there's a, and I hate saying it because it's not my job to come up with these solutions, but I feel like if we were working on solutions, we would have them. It's the fact that us as a country,
Leagues
we're
are
not
already doing
actually
this.
working.
They already had solutions on this. A lot of leagues made it to where you had to be on hormone replacement therapy for 3 years before you competed in those sports. That's a step in the right direction. May not be perfect, but I think it's pretty damn good. If you have any sort of actual like medical or scientific like study to say, hey, maybe that's not right, I'd love to hear it. But I don't think anyone started there. Nobody has anything in that regard on your side.
Yeah, well, I mean, then what if we said, here's one that nobody's really talking about, and give me your opinion on this. What if we said, all right, then everything is co-ed. Every sport is co-ed. We just make it everything co-ed.
I think that you're exploding the problem you were already concerned about.
Yeah,
Overwhelmingly, a lot of women would lose. They wouldn't place. But somebody on HRT for 3 years, they're physically very similar to their cisgender counterparts.
Hey, man, see, all right, look, all right, Pickles, man, you done hit a nerve. you hit a damn nerve, Pickles. Man, look, man, look, I don't have an issue with gay people. I don't have an issue with trans people. It's not like I see someone trans and I'm like, F them, or whatever, or I wish something bad on them. Or I see somebody gay and I'm like, F them. I wish something bad on them. But they cannot just control look, man, look, I'm in my 40s. I've never been called a cis ever before this trans and gay thing. Cis, I call my sister cis. So for them to, I thought that was so disrespectful for them to call men that, are heterosexual, oh, now you're a cisgender.
That's not a thing.
What?
Cisgender has nothing to do with sexuality.
That means that you're hetero, correct?
No.
Because that's what I took cis as.
Hetero is a sexuality. Hetero means
cis?
you're not gay, you're straight, you like the opposite gender. Cis means that you are on the same side, meaning if you are a female and you present as a woman, that is cisgender. It has nothing. That person could be gay, that person could be bi, that could be straight. It has nothing to do with their sexuality.
All right, could you please say that one more time, Pickles, please?
If you're cisgender, That just means you present as the gender that is most closely associated with your sex. So if you're a male and you present as a man, that means you are a cisgender person. You could be
Yeah.
gay,
See, what?
you could be
No,
bi,
just call
you
us.
could be whatever.
See, no, sir, no, sir. Call us just men. We don't need cis on the front of our stuff and all these titles that we making up, and they're being made up by the LGBTQ community.
All things are
No,
made
we
up.
don't need y'all to listen. We won't title y'all, and y'all don't title us. Let's just live. Like I don't go around bashing gay people or calling them names. That's not my thing. I don't
There's
care
no
if you
hateful
gay. I
undertones
don't
to that.
care.
It's just a descriptor, man. It's a
I
descriptor.
don't like the description. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like that touched me, man. It touches. Don't call. No, I'm not.
I
no
think you were
cis.
taught to be
Look,
upset about that.
because from when we was little kids, bro. Like when we was little kids, 5 and 6 years old. Hey man, tell sissy to come in the house. Yeah, go tell sis to come here. Hey, tell my sister to come here.
This is
No, we're not
CIS.
cisgender. No,
This is
no, we're
CIS.
men. We're the male gender. And you know, if we respect the LGBTQ community, then respect us back.
This
Get rid of that
is nothing. This is
stuff.
nothing.
We
We've
don't
been using
know.
cis since the 60s. It's just a Latin prefix. It is nothing new in that sense. But all words are made up, dude. All of them. Every single one of them. It's just like MAGA Republican is a new descriptor for Republicans. There's no one going around being clutching their fucking pearls going, I'm a Republican. Don't call me a MAGA Republican. Even though MAGA is a disgusting brand.
I am. I clutch. If I was wearing pearls, I would clutch them. Don't call me MAGA.
If you're not MAGA, that's fine. But there are MAGA Republicans out there that don't mind being called MAGA Republican.
That's because they're MAGA Republicans.
And you're a cisgendered male.
Huh?
You are a cisgender, CIS, cisgendered
No, I'm
male.
not, man. No, man. Have your own opinion.
It's like saying I'm not a Homo sapien. I'm a heterosapien.
You know, I mean, you know, and I'm not, you know, like these are just like the common sense questions that, I mean, if we can start small, we can build back up. A lot of people say, "Hey, man, our country done went to hell and it's not coming back." I don't believe that, man. I got too much faith in America, man. I got too much faith in America. You know, I have people that have fought for this country. I have people that have died for this country. I've got too much faith to say that we're gone so far that we can't come back. We can't come back.
This is just, dude. When I tell you to chill out, what does that mean to you?
When you say chill out, it means chill out. It means be cool. It means, you know,
Calm down.
calm down. Yeah.
Somebody in the 50s, if they heard that, be like, "What the fuck are you saying? What are you saying?"
Kind of like me when I hear somebody call me a cisgender. I'm like, look, man. Look, I don't, you know, like I just,
you're just an old head, man. You're just an old head. And my
I
grandpa would
am.
have. He would have freaked out if I told him to chill out. He's dead now, but he would freak out. Be like, "Do you mean calm down, son?" You know, he would be fucking twisted over that.
And I get it. And you know what you said, that makes so much sense. Like, I am old. I I keep it real. I am older, and you know, I'm old, and maybe this is just all part of this new generation thing that's, you know, these younger people that are coming up. Maybe that's it. But like, man, I don't like it, man. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I wish, like, if they don't, I mean, if the LGBT, I'm not gonna put the other letters on it because I don't really know the other letters. Let's just go with LGBT, and I mean that respectfully,
Right.
not to disrespect anybody. if that community could get together and be like, hey, if all they asking is for us to take cis off of it, then let's take cis off of it. They don't call us, they don't call us names that we don't want to be called, so let's take that off.
Are you willing to call
Because
people their respective pronouns? Like if a trans woman said call her a woman, would you?
See, Pickles? See what you're doing? See what you're doing here, Pickles? You agitating, man. You see what you do you all right, listen. I'll answer that. Okay. I'll respect anybody I'll respect them. I'll say that. I'll respect them. And to be, man, hey, this is thought provoking. So yeah, I don't have the answer off the top of my head. I'm actually thinking in real time. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, man, that.
I'm just seeing if you're consistent, man.
I'm trying to be, man, and you holding me to it. I see. And it's nothing wrong with that, man. But damn it, Pickles. Look, all right. I want to say something kind of off the record. All
Okay.
right. The way I feel. All right. Let me say this. And it's kind of off the record, but whatever, it's on YouTube. But it's off the record for me. This is a personal thing. Whatever. The way I truly feel is, hey, man, I don't got to play the game that you guys are playing. And I mean, when I say the game, I mean, whatever game that you guys are playing, we all don't have to play it along with that game because you say, I feel like this, or I feel like a cat today, or I feel like I'm a dog today, or I don't got to play your game. You know
Dude,
what I'm saying? I don't gotta
listen,
play that game with
there-
you, man. Like you a man, you standing right here in front of me.
Listen,
I ain't gotta play that game with you. But now here's the other side, Pickles. I'll respect everyone. I won't disrespect people. I'll respect. Hey, if that's your thing, it is what it is. It is what it is. But the inside of me says, man, it's all a game, and you're asking everyone.
These are genuine things. This is not a game. These
you.
people just want to feel okay, and they just had a study come out that when people use preferred pronouns and preferred names, especially in school, these people are much happier, better off. This isn't a game. This adds to people's well-being. And like if I were to call you sissy boy all day, especially if you were a kid, you would feel some sort of discomfort. You would feel some sort of, level of not being cool with that.
Yeah, you're right. You absolutely right. Okay, I'll give you an example, man. Hey, look, hey, and I'm laughing about it because I'm not laughing necessarily 'cause it's funny to me, but it don't got to be funny to everybody. But we got a guy, and got a guy at a job, and they're like, he's gay. I didn't know it I didn't know it until he told me. I didn't know he was gay. He didn't come out and just tell me. It was the way it came out that was kind of. I'm standing there with a female. I want to say real female, but you get it. A biological female.
Sis.
Man, stop, Pickles, man. Come on, man. You just picking now.
It's easy to say.
No, we're not gonna say that, man. Anywho, so we're standing there, and I was like, "Hey, man, hey, grab them parts, man. Quit, you letting this girl outwork you, man. Grab them parts." He said, "I don't have anybody to impress. Me and her, we playing for the same team." And so, what the hell? What did you just say to me? Like what? And so me and the lady, we look at each other. We keep working. We look at each other and we keep working. And so it was like, what did you say again? And he was like, yeah, we play for the same thing. And I was like, oh man. All right.
It doesn't mean you guys got to get married. Doesn't mean you have to marry them, dude. Like what you're
Exactly,
telling
bro.
me, what you're
Look,
telling me is, and I want you to take this to heart
yeah,
without without like hate. All right, that is
yes, sir.
homophobic.
No, it's not.
That is
I'm not
homophobic.
scared of him. Bro, I stayed cool with him. It's not like I put a distance between
There's
me and
You
him.
don't have to be scared. That means to have an aversion to. So like if you
No, I didn't.
have like problems dealing with the fundamental like intuitive things dealing with somebody who's gay, and it doesn't show up when you deal with somebody who's straight, that is homophobia, man.
No, I treat him exactly the same as before I knew he was gay.
No, yeah, I
I
know,
treat him
but when you
exactly
found
the
out he
same.
was gay, something changed, right? What changed?
Nothing. Shit. Hey, sorry about cussing on
That's fine.
you. Nothing necessarily changed. It just caught me off guard because I didn't see him. I didn't see him being gay, if that makes sense. I didn't know he was gay until he told me he was gay.
Yeah.
I didn't treat him no different. I might be lying a little bit.
Yeah, dude.
All right. So look, all right. So I did go a little bit heavier on a bro word with him. But, hey man, bro, grab that. Bro, grab him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man.
You think you
It's
overcompensated a little?
maybe, and it wasn't done distastefully, or I didn't disrespect him, and it's created a safe space with me and him. Like he could have easily told me, like, "Hey, bro, I don't do that. Don't call me bro," or what. You know what I mean? And I would have respected that. Like I respect everybody, Pickles, and I think that's where it comes. If we can get back to respecting everybody, if we don't want to be called cisgenders, then let's respect that. Let's
And
just respect it.
bro, but you don't want to give it back?
Don't want to what?
You don't want to give it back? You don't want to give somebody the same respect back?
Yeah, I absolutely will.
You will call a trans woman, you would call them a woman?
I would call a trans woman a woman.
Hmm?
This that same question that you asked me. All right, Pickles, let's ask this. Okay, let's ask this. All right, let's ask this. Do you think that it's okay? Oh, perfect. Do you think that it's okay for a trans person to date someone that is straight and not share the information with them that they're trans? Do you think that's okay?
I think it'd be I don't think
Dishonest?
that you have to disclose it. No. But I think that for if they want to feel safe, if they feel like disclosing it, that's fine. But I don't think they have to disclose it.
So,
Yeah, like you're inviting violence.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're
Please
by
elaborate.
advertising being trans, you're inviting violence.
Violence?
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily agree with that. I think maybe there are nutcases that would commit violence, but like me, I'm not going to, get physical with someone because they trans. You know what I mean? I think people with common sense
Not everybody's like
are
you.
not going to.
If you're trans, you're like 4 times more likely to be assaulted violently. That's the number.
Okay. I mean, me personally, I don't condone in violence. I don't condone in anyone committing violence against someone because of their sexual. I don't condone anybody committing violence, period. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's good. But I think for their protection, I think it's just fine. You don't have to disclose anything. Dude, I made out with a trans person once. It happened, and I have 1,000% peace around it. I am totally fine with it, and I hope they felt great about themselves. I hope they go find love, whatever. I don't have any sort of like ill will or anything, but there are a lot of people who do. There are a lot of people who would freak out, who would react violently because they haven't found, they're not comfortable with their sexuality, they're not comfortable with maybe their manhood or their womanhood. There's a lot of things that go really wrong.
Okay. Okay, I can see where you're coming from with that. But golly, I think that, man, oh, man. Hey, so okay. So let's all right. Let's go to the other side though, Pickles. Let's look at the other side of that. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
the heterosexuals. If a trans person is to come on to a heterosexual and they're to have any kind of relationship without telling a heterosexual, and then later on that heterosexual was to find out that that person was trans or whatever, then don't you think that they disrespected their right? Like we have to call it down the middle. Then don't you think that their rights were disrespected?
No.
Come on now, Pickles. Now call it down the middle, Pickles. Now don't do that. Call it down the middle,
In my
Pickles. I mean, be
worldview,
fair.
and I think in anybody's worldview that I respect, trans women or women, trans men or men, uh, like I don't feel like you should have to disclose like what's going on with your genitals or your chromosomes or your gametes.
If we
That
gonna
has
mix
nothing to do with
genitals,
anything.
if we're gonna, hey, hold on, Pickles. If we gonna mix genitals, then we need to. Yes, you absolutely need to disclose that.
I think that's a
Oh, now
different level
Pickles,
of the
man.
relationship. I think it's a different level of the relationship, sure. But I think that if you're dating somebody, and you're not just trying to smash, maybe there's something like there is absolutely no reason to disclose. Like, what if you're just a cisgender male and like you've got a micro wiener? Do you have to tell that to everybody on your first date?
Say that one more time.
You got a micro penis. You feel
Uh
like
huh.
that should be disclosed on the first date? Or if you have like vaginal
I mean,
agenesis, do you feel like that should be disclosed on the first date?
the first. I mean, that's not. It's not even close to the same. It's truly, Pickles, and I'm trying to look at it down the middle with you, Pickles. I'm trying to look at it down the middle, and no, that's not the same. It's not even close to the same, Pickles.
I
You're
think
talking about because somebody got a small PP. I got to tell you, hey, before we go any further, I'm a little short down there. You, that's something that
how
you can
often do you
find
think that
out on.
happens, bro?
How often do
I
what
doubt that
happen?
ever happens.
Like what? Come on, now. Bring bring me back up to speed, Pickles. What did we talk about? Because you slick, Pickles. So keep me on point. Now, what did we
Do you
talking
think
about?
that
Well, say
people
it
on a
again.
first date say, "Hey, I have vaginal agenesis," or "I have a micro penis"? Do you feel like that's their responsibility to do that? Do you think they're being deceiving if they don't do that?
No, because I never told them if I'm big, small. Like we never brought that up.
Yeah, exactly. And we've never same thing. I think your genital situation is none of their business
So,
on a
do
first
you
date.
think that let's say not right now because everything is still kind of new, kind of fresh. Are we saying in 10 years from now, which will be like 2036, that everyone needs to start asking, "Hey man, are you trans? Were you trans?" Like these questions need to be asked at the beginning
What are your motives for asking if they're trans?
because if you are trans, then I don't hate you or nothing, but I won't date you. I'm hetero.
That doesn't
And
trans has
you're
nothing to do
not
with your
going to
sexuality.
disrespect my heteroism,
Trans has nothing.
but
You could be trans and gay. You can be trans and straight. You can be trans and bi. You can be trans and asexual. It has nothing to do with your sexuality.
okay, let me say, if a guy is is a transgender and change from a male to a female, and they're going to talk to a male that is hetero. So, all right, let me say, the heteros, they don't got no rights no more.
What rights are being deprived of them?
The right to stay heterosexual, the right to be like, hey, I'm heterosexual. Like I'm not part of the. Hold on. Let me say it a little clearer. That I'm not part of the LGBT community. I respect them. I'm not a part of it. Do they respect me enough to respect the fact that I'm not a part of that? Meaning, I want to only date women that were born women.
You're misunderstanding. Okay, someone just said this in the comments. Caitlyn Jenner dates women. Is Caitlyn Jenner lesbian or straight?
I always wondered that, and I'm being for real because bro, let me tell you, I work so much, and I'm older. I hear the name Caitlyn Jenner, but I don't know anything about the person.
Olympic medalist.
Okay,
if they're a runner?
Like I'm being serious. Like I don't know that much about. So
Republican,
they're Olympic medalist,
trans woman,
and as a trans woman.
Present as a woman. They date women.
Okay, so originally, all right. So originally they were a male, and then they transitioned into a woman. Correct? I'm asking. I'm being serious, bro. You talking to somebody old,
okay,
bro?
yeah, that's fine. Technically, that's not how that really works. But sure, for layman terms, it was Bruce Jenner. I hate to dead name them.
Okay.
And now they present as women, and in theory, you would say they might have been a woman their whole life. They were assigned male at birth.
They wasn't assigned anything. You were born this. You're not assigned anything. You are born this. Like we have to. Like I respect the LGBTQ community. I respect y'all.
Okay, you can still say Caitlyn Jenner is male.
PP, bro, you was a boy at one point in time. Like let's talk facts.
No, Caitlyn Jenner, you can say Caitlyn Jenner is male, but it's a woman.
Okay, because they're a trans woman, correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So now what's the question about?
That person dates women. Are they straight or gay?
Damn. I'm just being real because I like you pulling me into this. I don't know that much about the LGBT, and so I would have to say they straight. I would have to say that's straight.
I got news for you, bro. They're gay.
Man, what the fuck? Man, hey man, like what the I'm trying to be respectful on your platform, man. I'm trying not to cuss, but man, you saying something making me cuss, bro. Like I don't understand. So they're not straight.
Right, or they're queer. I don't know what their actual sexuality is, but
and see, I wouldn't and see back in my days, that's weird because all right, and I mean this with total respect. Back in my days, they didn't like when I say they, I don't mean it disrespectful. I'm talking about the LGBT. I don't want to keep saying LGBT, so I'm saying they. Back in my day, when we were young and all that, they didn't like being called queer. Now queer is acceptable to them.
There's nothing automatically queer about somebody who's trans. That's correct.
No, but I'm saying the word queer. That's
the Q. That's
LGBTQ.
LGBTQ. That's the Q in the LGBTQ.
Okay, cool. I didn't know that, Pickles. Straight up, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Okay. What is queer? Let's dive in here, man. Educate me.
I am not super well versed on this, but my best guess would be that somebody who's not straight, maybe a variation of not straight, could go a lot of ways. I think it's a blanket term.
So a queer is somebody that's not straight.
Yeah, not entirely straight. Like they could be bi, they could be a few things.
Okay. I get you. I get it. Kinda. I think I get it as much as you get it, and I think we both get it kinda.
There you go.
But I get it. I get it enough to respect those people.
Okay.
You know, like, and that's the thing. If we could just get back to America respecting, if we just start respecting each other again, this conversation, I mean, it might seem small to you tonight. It might seem small to me tonight, but who knows? In the future, they could, in 2036, they could say, "Hey, man, those two guys that was talking to, when Pickles was talking to that guy, they actually got it."
Well, dude, I'm just glad we're keeping it respectful. I'm glad you're at least doing your best.
I'm not.
I think you're being chill.
Yeah, I'm not here. Like, if I offend somebody, it was totally by accident. Like, I'm not here to bash nobody. Like I'm black. I'm in a interracial relationship. Back in the day, that was a no-no.
Yeah, that's progressive of you.
I mean, not progressive of me.
It is.
It was just what you're giving me too much credit, Pickles. You just don't. You don't know what I went through, Pickles. You're giving me way too much credit. I just happen to have grown up in a community where I was the only black person in that community. Like literally the only black person in that community. Went to school, and you're the only black person in this whole school. And as I got older,
must have been harsh, man.
What's that?
It must have been harsh.
It was good and bad. You had your good times, you had your bad times. I remember. I'll share this with you. I remember hitting middle school, and I guess it must have traumatized me because I remember it so vividly. But you hit middle school, you start getting girls' numbers and blah blah blah, and you're calling girls, and I had to put on my white voice, Pickles.
No, dude.
This might sound funny to you. It might
That's
sound
not
funny
funny
to you,
to
but
me at all.
It was reality for me, growing up. It was reality. I had to put on, my white voice, and you can hear brothers in the background, or you can hear dads in the background, and that better not be an N-word you're on the phone with. Dang. Like, this is wow. I went through that. So, and someone says, I'm looking at your comments. Somebody said, his white voice. Okay, this dude is racist. I'm not being racist, Pickles. I'm just.
If you're black, you can't be racist.
We can actually. Black people can be racist, but I'm not. I'm not being racist. And when you say, so if someone was to say, "What's your white voice?" My thing. Hello, is Pickles at home? Yeah, can I speak with Pickles, please? Yeah, that's my white voice. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I live that. You know what I mean? As a young kid, and it happened. It's over with, but that growing up in the '90s, that's kind of how it was at for me. I went to school with all white people. And so therefore, when I got older, I was attracted to white ladies. If that makes sense to you, it makes sense to me.
Yeah, social conditioning.
So, and not to say that I wasn't, you know, black women, or I have anything against, I don't. But I was attracted, you know, when you hit puberty, you like who you're around. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for you to validate this.
I'm feeling really feeling really out of my depth right now. So I'm just try not to step on a Lego, bro.
Hey man, all right, elaborate on that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Do you want to listen? I've had you up for an hour. Do you want to call it and maybe we can talk some other time?
Man, Pickles, you blocked me, Pickles.
Where?
So this is the only time that I can talk to you, really, man, because I feel like you're gonna block this number too, Pickles,
Wait,
and that's not cool.
I didn't block you. When did I block you?
Yeah, I don't know when. I would guess that it would be. I called you and I gave you some props, man, and then see. So you back the LGBT. Ooh, let me get on your heels real quick. So you back the LGBT community, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And then when I gave you praises the other night, I was like, "Hey man, I like what you're doing, man. Keep doing your thing." You said, "Thanks, girl." You knew I wasn't no girl.
No, that's just my term of endearment, dude. I call all my dude friends girl.
I don't like it. So you
Bro.
know, respect me, Pickles, the same way you want me to respect the LGBT. Respect me too.
All right, I
I
will
don't want to
respect
be
you.
called that.
If you don't want me to say that, I won't say it.
Well, thank you, sir. I hope that this conversation is cool. I see a lot of people in your comments, man. They really digging this conversation that we having.
Yeah, a little bromance going on.
And, no, it ain't that, man. See, there you go with that, man. Like,
bro, chill, dude.
man, you be doing this shit on purpose.
All right. Listen, I'm gonna let you go,
Hey,
dude.
man.
But you have a good
Hey,
rest of your night, all
take
right?
it easy, but hey, man. Hey, so look, I've been watching. Let me say this before we leave, bro.
Okay.
I've been watching the comments as we've been talking. They went from hating the conversation to a lot of people loving the conversation, man. And that's where we need to get back to, bro. We can get back to this. It's gonna take time. And Pickles, let me tell you, that's the reason I told you that the other night, man. Was like I really do dig what you be doing and the way you do it, man. Because there's some people that get on here and it's people that do what you do, but instead of doing it how you do it, they troll. They troll their callers. They do, and you don't do that, bro. That's why I respect you, and I respect the way that you do what you do, man.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it, dude.
So unblock me, Pickles,
I don't think I blocked
so
you,
I
bro.
can call you from my number.
I don't think I just have it on Do Not Disturb sometimes. So when it doesn't ring, I don't
No,
hear it.
no, sir, man. Look, I'm gonna call. No, I'm not gonna let you get away with that. Unblock me, Pickles. 'Cause look,
Listen.
I know what you did. Listen, Pickles. This is what happened when I called. Listen, Pickles.
Hold on.
Sorry, reach the number that has been disconnected.
That means you blocked me.
Is that a 631 number?
Nope. It's a 574 number. And unblock it, please, because I don't come here with no hate, man. I just come here and I don't call you all the time, man, but I like
910?
Nope, but you close. And don't say it, but you close.
Yeah.
All right, you see it?
No.
Yep.
This
it's a 574 and it's a 90. 574 and 90, and you got it.
Phone number's not working. I just turned it back on. Hey, from this phone number you're talking to me on, can you text me that phone number?
Yeah, if you unblock it.
No, text me the phone number from this phone number, and I'll unblock it.
Hey, look. No, hey, don't hang up then.
I'm using a voice assistant to convert your voice to text and respond to you. If you want to continue, please stay on the call. 5,749,033,781. Call from
John.
to accept.
It's not you. Hello? So I can't. It's too much. It's too much. Text me from this phone number that does work. Text me the phone number and I'll do what I can to unblock it. All right. Chat. If you're a Trump supporter, you want to debate, hop in the box or call the phone number. The phone number's on now. It should work. It should work. I just received a call while I was on the phone with him. Go ahead and give me a phone call.
Call from
John.
It should work. It should work. I just received a call.
Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
All right. What do you like about Trump?
I like how he basically keeps the border closed. He expels immigrants from the country, unlike Biden, who kept the border open. So that's kind of what I want to debate today.
Yeah, let's do it. Who do you think has more deportations, Biden or Trump? Are we speed running debates? W's in the chat. W's in the chat. Dang, we're that good. We're the best to do it, chat. We're the best to do it. Also, chat, if you want to support the channel, this is a crowd-funded stream. I have a Cash App and a PayPal and a Venmo, and I can show you guys how to do those things. If you guys want me to read a message aloud or simply just want to buy me coffee, this is how you do it. You go to my profile, and there's just one link on the screen right below my follower account. You click on that link. It's a link tree. And then you can click on the Cash App, you can click on the Venmo, or you can click on the PayPal. And that is a way to monetarily support me. That's the best way to do it because TikTok doesn't take a giant cut of it. Also, I have a wish list. If you guys are trying to send me something cool, I have a bunch of shirts on here that I just added, and they're fucking dope. And just a bunch of random things. If you guys want to do something cool, that's another way to support me. Pickles has treats on there too. If you guys are trying to send pickles for treats for pickles, that's the way to do it. And I'll do unboxing and give you a shout out on my stream. Not even a 60-second man. He's got me beat still though. Chat also, thank you for 41K. Let's do pickles camera. Look at the little pickles. Oh shit, truth. Look at little chickens. The phone line is back on now, y'all. Oh my god, Jen. I love you. Okay, Linktree made me do a trial. I made an account. Eek. That's just for Linktree? Oh, that's insane. Oof. That's ridiculous. Try again, dude. What's going on here? 409? A little bit like that.
Call from
Jason.
Yo, are you there?
Yeah.
All right, we were talking about deportations, right?
Oh yeah,
All
we
right,
were.
who do you think had more deportations, Trump or Biden?
Trump, obviously, because Biden loved to keep the border open.
All right, do you want to stand by that?
I do want to stand by that.
All right, I am Googling it right now, okay? Be prepared. Prepare your digital anus. Trump administration has significantly less deportations than Biden. Biden uh, surpassed records during fiscal year 2024 with 271K deportations, the highest annual total in a decade. Total repatriations returns under Biden's exceeded millions due to high numbers of border encounters, meaning the border was not open. Trump just lied about this for 4 years, and everyone believes it.
Where are you getting your sources from?
Migration Policy Institute. They're also just plainly listed on the DHS website. Biden had a higher rate of expelling people from the
Freaking
border.
hate Negro.
Did he just slur, dude? How's that, y'all? Bothers me though. Gotta line up. She's the sweetest. She's the sweetest. She is just the sweetest little booty butt in the world. She is the sweetest booty butt. Dang it. Chat, we are looking for Trump supporters. If you want to debate, hop in the box. Come tell me why you like Trump. Doing a thing also real quick, y'all. Sorry. Jin, I gone done what you did with the text, which you asked me to do. I gone and done did it. Love you, Jen. Um, Clausen's my ride or die. Pickles? Dean and Parker were commiserating yesterday about callers being dropped. Yeah, they're being dropped too, but like the phone line dropping them is weird. Also, it should have just rang. If you're a 409 number and you want to call, it seems like you're the person who just said a slur. Why is it doing this? I love Grios. That's probably my favorite pickle. Grios, zesty. $409. You can try again. If you're the same person who just slurred, though, I'm gonna hang up on your ass. Why is it doing this? Moon with the ship. Moon, thank you. I'm calling him back. This is my first time calling somebody. Let's do this.
Leave a message after the beep.
Answer the phone if you want to leave.
Leave a message after the beep.
Hello, answer the phone, you sissy Republican. Answer the phone. Does Pickles deserve a treat right now? We'll see if she goes for it. Why is it blocking this person? I'm gonna close the phone line window. I'm gonna guess there might be another one. Oh, there is. I have 2 windows open. All right, try calling now. Also, why is my TikTok live viewership? Okay, it is working. Huh. Sheesh. Okay. I chose a different one, Jin. Is she eating it? Why is it not doing it? Anyway, chat, if you're a Trump supporter, you want to debate, hop in the box or call this phone number right here. Tell me why you support Trump, or why are you a Republican? Why are you GOP? Why are you Libertarian? Whatever. Pickles, what are you even doing? Oh, here she goes. There she goes. Messing up the bed. There she goes. There she is. She's got to dig her hole now. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. She's going to be a ghost for Halloween. It's a lie. She's going to be Monkey D. Luffy for Halloween. I'm so stoked.
Call from.
Hold on.
Call from.
Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Call from.
Hello, are you a Trump supporter? I am. I was actually on your show a couple of days ago.
I hear myself in the background. Can you help me out with that?
Yeah. Yeah. I just closed out the tab. Small ad.
All right, it's cool. What do you want to talk about? What do you like about Trump?
Well, I talked with you about abortion a couple of days ago, and my analogies weren't that great, if you remember that.
Okay.
I'll talk about anything. What do you, actually, do you talk about religion?
I'm not great at it.
Can you tell me what do you have, what is your religion? Are you agnostic or?
Yeah, I'm agnostic atheist.
Agnostic atheist, okay. Why is that? Did you grow up Catholic?
A little bit. I went to all sorts of different churches, but one side of my family is Catholic, one side of my family is whatever.
Do you know?
Like Baptist at one point, some
Okay,
other, yeah.
gotcha. Is there a reason you fell away from the faith?
Yeah, once on my
You
parents,
don't have to answer too. That's
one side of my
personal,
parents
I
is
understand.
very religious, but also one of my least favorite people on earth.
Your parents.
Hmm. And also
You think
just
that's
Christian nationalism in this country is also very much a threat, a huge threat.
would you consider it nationalism or patriotism?
Definitely not patriotism.
And when you say nationalism, are you saying Christians believe that they're the best religion, or
Yeah, that they should make laws respecting Christianity.
what laws exactly? I don't think I've heard of those.
Yeah, like in Texas, they have laws to introduce Bible passages to children, put the Ten Commandments on the wall, to have the Bible in schools in Oklahoma. Um,
I think the
increasingly,
Bible's in school is not forcing religion.
are they
Would
doing
you?
all religions or just the Bible?
Yeah, I believe they have the Quran in some schools,
I would say
right?
overwhelmingly, like Oklahoma, it's just the Bible. It's not all of them.
Okay. Do you think it's unfair to have just the Bible?
Hmm.
Okay. Could you see a purpose in reading the Bible if you aren't Catholic?
Indoctrination.
No, 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 no. Like, let's say I'm atheist and I'm like, I want to read the Bible. Would you agree that the Bible is a good book that teaches you how to be a good person?
No.
What do you disagree with in the Bible? Let's just get to that.
Slavery, rape, the treatment of women, weird restrictions on foods, fabrics, uh,
Okay.
condemnation of other religions. Um, I don't know, the violence, the Crusades.
Well, wait, Crusades aren't in the Bible. That happened in the 13th century, around there.
Yeah, I know,
Sorry,
but
not the
they
exact.
were at the command of God, according to the religion.
Not necessarily God, at the command of Christian, or I'm sorry, Catholic leaders, Catholic/Christian leaders, which is different.
But didn't they say that that was the will of God?
If the Pope said it himself and he was speaking from the chair of Peter, that would have been the will of God. I'm not sure if he was speaking from the chair of Peter. Also, the Pope did not order the Crusaders to do some of the horrific, not terrific, horrific things they did.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that there's 1,000 different ways to interpret the Bible, and everyone points at each other and claims theirs is the right way and the other is the wrong way. I think there's like 3,000 different sects here in the United States. I think it's all
That
hogwash. I think
that's
it's silly.
true, but those are all translations. You do understand that, right? Some of them have as little as like a one word difference in all of it.
No, there's like literally like I think it's like less than a dozen Bibles, and then it just comes down to interpretation.
Yeah, that's what I just said. The translations differ, right? Because it's obviously not written in English back in
No,
00,
I'm
right?
saying like they could literally like two different sects could read the same exact Bible and come up with a different interpretation.
Yeah, is there a problem with that?
Yeah, I just think it's silly. It's very subjective.
I think I think God's word is, and not okay. I think you can interpret God's words differently. It doesn't make you right or wrong, and I think that's why you also have to go to the Catholic Church for some of your teachings.
Yeah, I don't I don't care. I don't care to say I don't care. Like I think there's no reason. There's no way to determine who's right. Right. Like so.
Yeah, I
If
get what you mean.
if one person says it's right to kill somebody and God told them so, and the other person says it's wrong to kill somebody, God told them so, how do we determine who's right?
Well, I mean, we can look at laws that the Catholic Church and the Bible have put in place. So the Ten Commandments obviously say, "Thou shalt not kill," and so that's obviously a rule. So killing would be bad, therefore. And I do not base my entire morality off just the Bible. It's based off the Church's teachings, the Church's interpretations, and the Bible.
Yeah. I I don't know if I want to get down to like a like like a philosophical debate about this, I would just say that the Bible has no good way to determine what is morally correct. And one of my favorite quotes of all time is that uh, morality is doing the right thing no matter what people say, and religion is doing what people say no matter whether it's right or wrong.
I don't consider God a person, and also, how do you know what the right thing is?
Exactly. I think morality is objective. So I think people use their
Whoa,
moral
whoa, whoa.
intuition.
Objective or subjective? I think you got that confused.
I don't. I think it's objective.
Well, then who decides what is and what isn't good for you? Because that's what you got to come down to.
Logic,
If you don't have
humans, intuition.
logic in humans,
Hmm.
okay, that's like saying what's good is good and what's bad is bad. What specific
Trump.
logic? Like, do you
So like
Trump?
for humans, I think that like self-preservation and the ability to exist as a moral character or an agent, you would be granting everybody else the exact same morality and I guess rights as yourself to continue living as like a moral agent. So like I don't want to rape somebody or I don't want to be raped, so I don't want to rape anybody. I think it's wrong to rape. I don't want to kill anybody because I don't want to be killed. I think that is objective. And I think people who
Okay.
failed to do this in the past just have bad moral intuition.
Yeah, I understand that argument. And hmm. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I understand that argument. I mean, I think we'll defer on that, and I think it's okay for us to disagree, obviously. But
What do you disagree
I,
with?
I just don't think that our whole mind, all things we have developed have been only anchored to how do we preserve ourselves. I can't fathom
Can you
or
give me like a
understand that.
delineation, like where, like a significant example of this?
What do you mean? Like,
Can you tell me like what breaks that logic?
yeah, well, there's multiple things in our life that we do that aren't just to preserve ourselves, like charity. If my morality was just to preserve myself, why would I go out and serve in the community? Because
So
to
like
me,
I can give you an example. Like I have been a recipient of charity, and I think that to be in a better society, uh, you're mostly judged on how you treat the most vulnerable people. So I would much rather live in a nice country or society where there were fewer people starving or houseless than I would like to be like the richest person living in Uganda.
yeah, I mean, even if you were the richest person in Uganda, you wouldn't be too rich. But yeah, I know what you mean. I,
Yeah.
I don't think that's preserving yourself necessarily by working for charity. That's not going to change a country one person. I mean, unless you're Elon Musk and you donate like $1 trillion to charity.
No, I just
But
think that if all people inherited this type of thinking, then obviously it would be good.
yeah, but we know all people aren't, right? Because we're humans. We sin. Some people make mistakes. Some people don't come back from those mistakes, very sadly.
Yeah, I again like the same thing happens when you talk about the Bible. So I think that mine is a little more adhering and more
I
inclusive.
never said people were perfect.
Yeah, I know. So like even the Bible has the same flaw. So both I would never say that everybody's perfect either. And I think that if everybody had better moral intuition, they would have these morals.
Are you saying the Bible was, well, you do understand the Bible was written by man, but inspired by the Holy Spirit, correct? You do know that, right?
I don't believe it. No.
You understand that that's what we
That's a
believe, right?
claim. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, I'm not saying you support it or don't support it. I'm saying you do know it. And so we believe that the Bible, and now the Old Testament's where it gets a bit mucky because there's certain things in the Old Testament that only apply to ancient Israel, right? You mentioned slavery in your claim. You mentioned how they treated women. You mentioned, but what else? Can you remind me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, to marry a rapist, to cut out the tongue, cut out your tongue if you disrespect your parents. I mean, there's a bajillion things. Mixing fabric.
Yeah. So that's I believe that's all actually in the Old Testament, which, have you read the Bible for it? Not judging, I'm just wondering.
No.
Okay. So I believe most of that is in the Old Testament, which is where the old covenant was formed, and in the New Testament we form a new covenant with Jesus Christ as, the Son of God. And so personally, we Christians, I believe, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty confident, we take wisdom from the Old Testament and then we apply that wisdom to Christ's teachings in the New Testament. And so that's the new covenant we have with covenant, aka promise with
Yeah.
God, is what
I
Jesus
don't
taught us.
see any reason to believe any of this to be true or real. I don't see a reason to believe this, right? So,
And a God.
yeah, I don't even the Bible, either Bible, not all
Do
of
you
them
know what
make.
the mover's argument is? The mover argument?
Hold on, I don't see a reason to believe that these supernatural claims were true. I think that I have just as much reason to believe any other crazy account of any other religion that I do to believe the Christian God. So I don't believe in Christianity, just like you don't believe in Islam or any
I think
other religion.
Islam has some roots of truth, actually. They believe Jesus Christ was the Messiah. Or I'm sorry, they believe Jesus Christ was a prophet, which has some roots of truth because, they believe he was alive, right? So I think every religion has some roots of truth.
Yeah, but you believe
And
wholly that most of Islam is false, right?
yeah, I believe
Yeah.
marrying a 9-year-old is false.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or I mean, just like I don't think impregnating a 14-year-old is cool.
I know, that's why I explained the Old Testament. I can explain it again if you want to.
I know it all sounds like superstition to me.
Okay.
It's like saying I believe in the first Harry Potter book and the last 7 were not that great. It's
The
literally
last
just
7,
as meaningful.
there's 7 in total. I love Harry Potter too, but there's only 7.
Okay, whatever it is.
Yeah, no, you're good. I was sorry. I was just trying to lighten the mood. Have you heard of Aquinas's, I believe, 7 truths?
No.
Okay. Can I explain one to you real quick?
Okay.
So, let's say, okay, so you have parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then your parents had parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you get this, right? And you have this long chain of motion, and eventually it's got to end somewhere, right? If you trace it back far enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so what I believe is that everything had a mover except one unmovable mover who has, I believe it's called potency. He has the ability to move things, or no, I'm sorry, he's the one without potency. He has the ability to move things, but he is the unmoved mover. Does that
Why
make
do you
sense?
believe that?
Well, because that's how the universe must function. There's got to be something that starts it, right?
No, I don't feel like inserting God there does anything for
Then
me.
what
I
would
feel
you
like
insert?
I have no real reason to insert a supernatural being.
Okay, then what would you insert? Because you agree there has to be a start to the universe, right?
I agree with maybe. I can also believe that just like you believe God is this eternal being, I can believe that the universe is eternal. I think it would be on the
That's actually
same.
not true. The universe does not have infinite resources, therefore it will run out eventually, and it'll, die
How does
eventually.
the
This
universe
is
use resources? What are you talking about?
stars will blow up. Also, the Big Bang, whenever it stops expanding, it'll eventually collapse in on itself.
Right. So if you believe in boom bust cycle, then that's also coherent.
Okay, so you agree with me it must have a start and an end, or no?
No, I don't believe it. I don't believe claiming to know what if there was a start that there is a start. It could be eternal, just like your God.
So you're not sure, is what you're saying.
Correct. I'm an agnostic
Okay.
atheist.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I just think, and I don't think this is a God of the apps argument. I would say this is a start to the universe. I believe there must be a start because the universe will eventually end. Trillions of years, yes, but that means it can't be infinite in my worldview. And so that means there must be an end, aka there must be a start. And God is, for me, the start because, there must be one unmovable mover. And the Big Bang Theory is also another great theory. That was made by a Catholic priest, actually.
It's not even
And
really a
I think,
theory. It's provably true. But listen, somebody did pay to kick you. You can call back some other
okay.
time, all right? Someone says Hail Satan and they kicked you. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
All right. Big shout out to Moon with the kick. Thank you so much, Moon. W Moons in the chat. You're the fucking best. I'm gonna go ahead and invite another guest up, and if oops. Yo, what's up?
I wanted to go after him.
I am sorry, I don't have a way for like people here to talk to my guests on the phone, but
Oh, that's right.
shit. All right. All right.
Call from
Julian.
Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Sort of, but I'm on the verge of being a Democrat.
Thank you so much, by the way. If you sent me that super chat, thank you. Is that you?
You're welcome. Oh, say it again?
Yes. Hi, Pickles. My name is Julian. I'm a game Trump REO that is on the verge of becoming dim, but when I call it won't work, maybe because I use Google Voice. That was me. That was on me. Thank you so much for the 2 super chats, man. What do you want to talk about?
You're welcome. I really just, I'm getting pulled away. So my family has been indoctrinated in the Trump movement forever, ever since he was first elected. And like, I've kind of been in with that. And so I've kind of had to just go along with it. And I feel like I'm just pulling away from that. But I feel like my parents wouldn't really support a decision of me voting for a Democrat.
How old are you?
I'm 18.
Man, my parents are all MAGA. All 3 of my brothers are MAGA. It's none of their business what I do with my vote. I wouldn't let it dictate yours. But like, I don't know. Is there anything else that's really like, I don't know, making you cling on?
I live in Ohio, and so we already know there's a Senate election going on this year, and also a gubernatorial race that's also going on. And I'm drawing myself closer to voting for Sherrod Brown and Amy Acton. And so I haven't told my parents about this, but they're obviously voting for John Husted and Vivek Ramaswamy. And so I'm kind of just drawing myself away from that, and I'm just not sure who to vote for. Should I go with the views that I've always gone with my whole life, or should I finally break away from this indoctrination?
Well, totally break away, dude. But I mean, I feel like I don't really move the needle much just by telling you to do it. I would rather like see like maybe what your real hesitancies are, and if it's all like weird like peer or family pressures, I don't know. I maybe I can talk to you about that. But if there's anything else there, I feel it'd be more productive to talk about like if there's any ideologies that you're like questioning or like hesitant to pull away from or something like that.
Well, I think the one thing I'm hesitant to pull away from is abortion.
Okay.
And
Why?
I think, go ahead.
Why do you think abortion's wrong?
I just think, so I draw a line. So first I want to say, I feel like abortion could be considered murder if it's done for the wrong reason. If it's done for just if a woman just wants to get rid of their baby. And I draw a line when it comes to rape victims and victims of sexual assault and all that kind of stuff. And if they're a rape victim or they don't want to have a baby, I could say, yes, you should get abortion, or at least if you don't want to, put them up for adoption. But when it comes to them having no reason at all, like saying, oh, I can't support this child because I don't make much of an income, I feel like that would be the way to just say, hey, it's time to put them up for adoption instead of just killing the baby.
Here's what I would say. I believe that abortion is self-defense. And this isn't just like some silly technical thing I've figured out to argue. I truly believe it. In every case, in 90% of cases, if you want something very tangible to look at to make a self-defense case, I would say 90% of all births result in vaginal tearing, meaning the vagina tears all the way down to your anus. And I think you should be able to opt out of that. I also think that you should be able to consent at every given moment of being pregnant. So if you believe, if you want to share your resources or not share your resources, that should be something you consent to in every single moment.
That sounds right to me.
Yeah, like I can't come to you because my life is in danger and take a kidney or start stealing some of your blood. And I don't think you should grant that to a fetus. And mind you, 90% of elective abortions, 92, are done before 14 weeks. And the reason why this is important is because you have to be at least 20 to 24 weeks in gestation to at least have the thymocortical connections for your brain to actually have and start and deploy sentience. So, in my mind, that's what I value in human beings. I value their experiences. For the same reason, I don't mind eating animals. I don't mind stopping a multicellular and sometimes single cellular organisms from existing. I just don't mind because they aren't sentient.
Hmm. Yeah, and that does make sense to me as well. Like if they're that early in pregnancy, what's the difference between an organism like that than a child in 5 weeks in through pregnancy?
Right.
I think that does change my view on abortion. And yeah, I think that really kind of just opened my eyes to something really new that I haven't really thought about.
Oh, W, man. Fine. I also just think it's super important to give women access to the full schedule or the full menu of healthcare at, at the doctor's office. I think that Ted Cruz shouldn't have any fucking say what my loved one does with their body. I think that's wild. And I live in Texas, where even if you even if you were raped, there's no exception, and they have a $10,000 bounty on you if they catch you being an Uber driver to somebody to get an abortion. You have a $10,000 bounty on your head, not to kill you, but to turn you in. I think that's disgusting and dystopian. Just in the year after Roe v. Wade was overturned, there were 27,000 rape cases in Texas alone, and there were something like 60 to 80,000 in this country that were rape-related pregnancies.
Yeah, I've looked into that too.
And
So I think that kind of just, yeah, I'll go ahead.
And in every case, people try to start drawing these lines with legislation where you say, hey, I make this type of exception. Like to save the woman's life, I allow you to have an abortion. In a rape case, I allow you to have an abortion. This puts women at risk, and they are dying because of it. And we had a woman, I think it was in Georgia, very famously, the first year this happened. She was told that they could not do what's called a DNC, which is basically them scraping the uterine wall of what was the remnants of a fetus, and she died. She died. They told her that she couldn't do anything until she was bleeding out. She had to go wait in her car. And and also in other situations, you're just relying on a doctor who is skating this very thin line of legality of giving somebody a quote unquote life-saving abortion because they're having to face the criticism or the approval of like some weird committee full of lawyers, non-doctors, politicians that determine whether or not this actually was quote unquote life-saving.
Yeah. I feel like if you were to explain this to my parents, they'd be like, what the hell are you talking about?
Well,
yeah, so I completely agree with you, contrary to them, to probably them. I completely agree with you.
All right. Well, W, dude. W. Is there anything else like that's kind of like?
I think other than that, my views pretty much align with a left-leaning person. So that's all I really wanted to talk about. And of course, I don't really sound well versed in the political tongue, but I try my best.
Well, no problem, dude. Thanks for hanging out, and you're welcome to call back anytime if you got anything else. All right.
Okay, thank you so much.
No problem. This person in the guest request are they Gucci? Oh, really? Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
We are Charlie Kirk. We carry the flame. We'll fight for the good.
Alexa, shut your mouth. All right, phone line's back on. I gotta grab Mike. I got some groceries delivered. I gotta go grab them real quick, y'all. I will see you guys in just a second. Be right back. All right. Anybody in the guest request? Nobody in the guest request. No calls yet. Let's see. Even if there's chance that sentience could come early, with the ABB Schmurder, no. I don't hinge my my argument of self-defense on sentience. You guys want to see my groceries? A lot of people do. Well, that's not me. I think you can just defend yourself from inanimate objects or animate objects or sentient things. Sentience, I think that the most common form of self-defense is from sentient people. Where'd they go? Try again. I didn't get salmon. Fuck.
Call from.
They go.
To accept, press 1.
Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Am I allowed back on?
Were you kicked way earlier today?
Yeah, I was kicked like a couple. I remember I had a debate with you about Aquinas' truth in the Bible.
Oh yeah. You got to come back to like 24 hours, like tomorrow.
All right, sounds good. I was just asking. My bad.
No problem. Greek yogurt, chat. Greek yogurt, blueberries. Hopefully I don't pee out of my ass. Any blueberries? Blackberries. Let's go. But they're frozen blueberries, right? So they're not. These aren't frozen. That's not in every state. Hacked. How do you think the frozen ones start out? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, this is my everyday breakfast. Every day I eat fruit.
Call from
Todd.
Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, sir.
All right. What do you like about Trump?
Everything. What's not to like? He's got the world scared shitless.
So, I think you're right, but not in a good way. The whole world's economy is on fire because of Trump, right?
Oh, that is incorrect, sir. You obviously don't know anything about economics.
Uh-oh. All right. Who's not upset with Trump with the price of oil?
Who is on fire? Name me two. Name me two. Name me two that are on fire.
Yeah,
Name-
every single country.
No,
Japan.
No.
Japan, China.
Hey. I'm not going to interrupt you. Don't interrupt me.
Go ahead.
The price of oil. Do you really want me to educate you?
You're cutting out real bad. Can you get somewhere where it's better reception?
Buying foreign oil, and you're going to pay a smaller price or a little bit of a price. It always happens this time of season because it's vacation season. And the prices always jump about $1.20 a gallon. Now, are you going to buy that?
Not true. It's not true. A year ago today, it was $1 cheaper. Same season.
Vacation time.
Yeah, and it was the same thing last year, and it's still $1 higher.
It's the same thing every year in August and September. The prices go up because everybody goes on vacation and corporate oil hits it.
That's not what's causing the price of oil to go up.
Every year.
You're cutting out. You have bad reception. Can you get somebody with somewhere with better reception?
You're wrong. You're wrong. And by the way, don't bother buying a razor. You only got 5 whiskers.
That's funny. Do you have a better place for reception?
Yes. Keep doing what you're doing. Buy their oil. The United States has the only country in the world that can shut its borders and have everything it needs.
Hey, man. So I have it pulled up on the screen right now, and you can look at it. But Google just says that the reason oil prices are high is because of the Middle East conflict. What do you say to that, dude? What do you say to that? To every single news source saying the opposite of what you're saying?
Oh, that's not true. Iran is already dead. Russia is 5 months, and China's a year if we really want to go for it.
So if Iran's dead, how come the Strait of Hormuz is still closed?
And that's it.
I didn't hear anything. Your Trump phone is not working very well, dude.
Your mama's pussy never worked,
She has 3 kids, so it's not true.
faggot, pussy.
That's MAGA. That's MAGA. Gotta love MAGA. The good old slur to run. Bro was arching his back like Sabrina Carpenter, dude. I was blowing it out. Julian, thank you so much, dude. By the way, you need to lie to your parents. If you vote the other way, lie to your parents. Guys, we got 5 of these. He called back. What a sweetheart. He called again. You're blocked, sir. You can't say slurs. I'll get kicked off of TikTok. Can't do it. Sorry. 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 Hope you bought some toilet paper as well. That is Pickles under her blanket. Oh, Pickles, she's out. She's out. She smells something. Yo, what's up, Bacon? Okay, shit, I'm sorry. Look at that sweet girl. Sourdough bread, sweet potatoes. Red onions. How does Pickles identify? She was born female, but she hikes and pees like a boy, so she's somewhere. She's somewhere in the spectrum there. Booty and sourdough? That was Pepperidge Farm. She hikes her legs and pees like a boy. Guys, we are taking more phone calls. If you want to debate, hop in the box. Come tell me why you like Trump. What are you judging me about, Jin? It's delicious. Pepperidge Farm sourdough is delicious. I gave her a treat already. She can't have too many. She needs to eat her goddamn food. Oh, there's a few other options. It's just kind of cheap. It's nice and it's well priced, and it's delicious. Sourdough is so good. It's a great source of carbs. Hello? Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
We are Charlie Clan, we carry the flag.
What makes a good carb source? I mean, just the fact that it's bread, and I don't know. ChatGPT says that sourdough is better than just regular ass bread. I think a little more complex than like white bread or wheat bread. Long fermentation process breaks down gluten, reduces phytic acid, and lowers the bread's glycemic index. Less sugary. Forgot to mention, I'm a furry as well. Republicans hate them too for some reason. W, Julian. Dude, furries are tight. Furries are cool. I fuck with the furries. I fuck with the furries. Is anyone else willing to admit they're a Trump supporter? I don't know. There's very few. I mean, there's like drunk old men that slur, and then there's, I don't know. Why am I so laggy on there? Yeah, a gin, I would love that. I'll eat the fuck out of some authentic sourdough. You're probably the best I've seen at arguing the AB topic, especially as a man, so TY for that. Thank you, Natalie. I think Dean's way better than me, but I don't know if it's convincing. I just don't know if it's convincing. Dean's way better, but I don't know. Chairmare's coming back up. Chair, I'll let you come back up for a sec.
Oh, total accident. You can kick me.
Oh, you're good.
But I think you got choppy because you're streaming on the other spot too. You got choppy because I jumped in
Oh, maybe.
on
Maybe.
Discord.
Oh, fuck, you're right. Oh, shit. Thank you.
Anytime, man.
I heard that, and I like sidelined that thought.
Call from
Terry.
Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
No, I'm a supporter of Baba Booey, Howard Stern, Howard Stern.
What? I'm too old for that. I'm officially old. I don't know what that means. What? we're starting to slur now. Might as well be, dude. His podcast is not gonna age well. I mean, it hasn't aged well. Guy's a fucking wiener, dude. Yo, if you're calling with an unknown number, it just goes to blocked. I block unknown callers. Chobani Greek yogurt, the regular kind, is so delicious with the 20 grams of protein. It's so good. You think the podcast won't age well? What about his movie? I don't know. I've never saw his movie. I'm assuming if it's the same brand as him, probably not good. It's a biopic. Yo, I gotta block you for just coming up and saying random weird stuff. I do honey in my yogurt too. I haven't tried Oiko. I do honey. I do rolled oats, honey, blackberries, and blueberries. Today I did apples because I was out of all that shit. Apples wasn't that great. Iron's back playing PUBG. He's trying to befriend all my friends. It's his MO. He reminds me of somebody like I would never want to know where I live. He's just like seems like somebody who would like rob you, like at gunpoint. I'm gonna eat that delicious pho you were eating a while back. Ah, pho sounds so good right now. I've never made my own granola. Apples and peanut butter is dope, but yeah, big stretch. Had to stretch.
Call from.
Mike Bouchard.
To accept, press 1.
Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
Okay, what do you like about Trump?
The thing that I like about Trump is his big cock.
That's misinformation. That is misinformation. You're gonna get me banned. I know, Janae. She's so sick of my shit. Oh, we've been on for 3 hours. Yeah. Yeah, I know you guys use me for my dog. I'm used to it. I've been in years-long relationships where people use me for my dog, and women only think about one thing, and it's disgusting. It's my dog. All right, y'all. Um, I might be getting off soon, y'all. You guys are making me feel objectified. I actually got to go hit the gym. I didn't do gym before this, so I got to go work out at midnight, all by myself. I could do a gym stream. You guys want to do a gym stream?
Call from.
James McBride.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
The same person calling from underwater. Is the puppy gonna be there? No. Get a hobby. Yeah. I need a hobby too, honestly. Oop. Jin, did you mean to call me? Um, it's fucking leg day too. It's gonna be absolutely brutal. Movie night. Empress. Empress, don't be selfish. Can't skip leg day. I know. See what happened to SpongeBob when he skipped leg day? Yeah. Yeah, I loved how SpongeBob's like really, like, it's a really good lesson, and there's a really good lesson in each episode. Leg and core, yeah. I gotta do all my sit-ups and shit. I gotta do abs. I've been bitching about, like, I know. I gotta do leg day so that I don't look like fucking SpongeBob. I can't even keep, guys, my life is so unmanageable. I can't even keep like a regular schedule with my gym. Like I do my rest day on Wednesday and then Sunday and then it's never consistent. Where do they see you? Oh, the callers. Yeah, they're on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, I'm at a 24-hour gym. Why? My life is unmanageable. I can't sleep. I can now fall asleep on demand with meds, but I can't stay asleep. Last night I got 5 minutes of deep sleep. 5. Uh, 5 minutes out of like 7 hours. I don't even do that much caffeine. I do what? Okay, I chewed a piece of caffeine gum, and that was out of the norm. This is the once in a fucking month thing almost. Before that, each day I did one pre-workout scoop. Boop, 200 milligrams of caffeine. That's it. That's it. At the beginning of my day, and then that's it. Isaiah raid. I say we do it. You know what? I wonder if Isaiah let me up and like on this panel for a sec after I rate him. That'd be tight. Where's he at? Yeah. Guys, let's go rate Isaiah Martin. My sleep monitor? Maybe. Maybe. I have 2, though. Just don't know. All right, let's go raid Isaiah. I will see you guys there. YouTube, I love you. Thank you so much for the love. And thank you for everybody who followed. Thanks for everybody who hung out. Thanks for everybody who supported the stream. You guys are awesome. Let's go to Isaiah Martin. It's Isaiah R. Martin. I'll see you guys there, chat. Much love. Good night.